think so?
I do.
Maybe if like there's something there that they need like way more, but even then I don't.
I mean, offensive line, another running back, anybody on the defensive line, like
When does Jalen Warren come back? By the way, this guy's trying to trade me Jalen Warren.
I mean, he might be playing this weekend. I just don't think he's going to have a heavy workload.
Well, because it was like Brees Hall, which I like. I wouldn't mind moving off Brees Hall, but Tyler Warren's a big one to give up. But he's also giving Ladd and Goddard. But I don't know how to feel about that. Like I don't.
I don't know.
No, I mean,
I'm in redraft. I'm not in the Dynasty league, so.
Sure, sure. And like, look, I don't entirely disagree with you guys. I think there's definitely some interesting, interesting guys deeper on in some of these classes, or like in some of these rounds that probably are a tad bit even more exciting than the top end guys. But I don't know. I just think like as the landing spots start to shuffle out here, we're definitely gonna see the rookie hype go through the roof as it always
yeah,
does.
and again,
And
I
then-
didn't mean to get into this like
No,
pushing
no.
on your. Like obviously, when it comes to strategy like that, like I really value your opinion because you know what you're doing.
No, dude, you guys
when I
too,
look
man.
at
This
when you're
is
talking
a
about
blast.
like
This is a blast.
when you're talking about trades and stuff like that, like this is kind of why I look at like, oh, if someone is gonna like take a 26 round first,
Yeah.
I'm fine with giving that up because I don't care about it. If there's a player that I want right now and it takes a 26 first to get, I'm doing it because that pick means nothing to me. Is
Yeah.
what is basically what I was saying
If
with this whole conversation.
yeah, I mean, if you need a quarterback, I'd wait till 2027. By the way, like I just think there's
100%.
other prospects.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, let's talk quarterbacks though. Do you guys have any quarterbacks that you actually like are excited about besides Mendoza?
I'm not even really excited about Mendoza, to be honest.
I think
just
Mendoza's
don't-
the best prospect
Really?
by like a
Tell
decent
me-
margin.
tell
But
me-
again, I just think like wherever he goes, I don't think he's gonna be
No,
able.
tell me
have a
tell me
chance
why
to
though.
succeed.
Tell me why. Like why not Mendoza? Because to be completely frank with you, I think Mendoza has a lot of promise.
I mean, I think he has promise, but Snow and I were talking about this earlier. Like, I just think I can't, and I can't think of his name right now, but the coach for Indiana,
Uh-huh.
he's kind of like
Nettie.
yeah, Signetti, right? Like he's using the old adage. It's not the X's and O's, it's the Jimmy and Joes. And I think in
Sure.
Indiana's case, it absolutely is the X's and O's.
Well, I think what's going to happen to Indiana, a team like Indiana, is like if they get in the playoffs and somebody goes down of like decent value, they're cooked depth wise. Like they ain't got nobody.
Like I think Signetti is that good of a coach.
Yeah, and it's not even just that they're coordinators. I mean, both their coordinators are up for like awards.
Sure,
Like
but
their
like
DC
I mean,
is like disgusting.
no, and that's totally fair. But like that Indiana
Oh,
game,
Mendoza.
like,
I think the issue with
like,
Mendoza is going to be
watching Mendoza pull that comeback off. Like he didn't even play that well the whole game, right? But like the final drive, like coming back and taking the win, I think like those are the type of games where it's like that's when you can actually tell if guys are going to be able to actually potentially like win you. NFL
Who was that
games.
against again?
It was
It's
I
Penn
can't
State.
remember.
You're referring to Penn State
Yeah.
when he had the touchdown.
Was
a
it
dude
Penn
caught in
State?
the-
It was
and a
Penn State,
freak catch
wasn't
in the
it?
back of the end
Yeah.
zone.
So
Yeah.
again, Stan, I'll fall
Yeah.
back. Do you remember what I said last week when we were talking
Yes.
about JJ McCarthy?
Yes.
The Big Ten sucks.
No,
That's-
I agree with you. And
It's like a tightly held secret that like I don't know if the rest of the nation has like latched onto yet. But like watching Big Ten football week in and week out, it's not good.
I think it's overrated. Like I said, it's very top heavy. People look at the top teams and think it's like a juggernaut conference, and it's just not.
no, and
It's like a bunch of mid.
I mean, I'm with you.
They're
but
not
like,
even
but
not
any-
even
but
mid,
any
dude. Look,
given
look who is in the
Saturday,
Big
though,
Ten.
you know?
You have Michigan State, you have Rutgers, you have
Sure.
Purdue, you have Illinois. Even
Yes.
Nebraska sucks.
I was gonna say Northwestern's not good either. I mean,
Northwestern's
like,
bad, and Michigan barely beat them last week, and they're not good.
No,
Yeah, I know.
for sure.
Like
But
these
like,
aren't even these
but
are
again,
mid-teens. Like, the
any
refs
given
might
Sunday,
say
or
that,
like,
but
yeah, but like I'm with you. And look, like I'm not talking up, Penn State's defense by any means. I just think it's like, like you want to watch prospects, right, get put in uncomfortable situations every once in a while. Have to go lead a game-winning drive, right? Like have to piece it together when they've had a bad day. And like he did. He didn't have a good day. He didn't play very well. Like the team was down. They were obviously playing down to the competition to some degree. But like, they come back and they They get the game-winning drive, and like that's sometimes all that really matters. And like I think
My issue is good prospect, situation of hell. He goes to the Jets. Good luck.
yes,
That team's checked out.
I agree.
Awful.
I know.
Their
I don't.
coaching
I don't. I
staff
don't agree with
sucks.
that. I actually do think Aaron Glenn is doing a good job of trying to right the ship there and getting the right people in and the wrong people out.
Yeah,
What I would say is, it's to me for Mendoza, it's the opposite about how I feel about Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams, all the talent in the world, no grit, doesn't know how to play football. Not good. Not a good prospect in my mind. Mendoza's the opposite. Got grit, knows how to play football, can play within a system.
sure.
Don't think he has the high end talent to be that guy in the NFL.
What about Dante Moore then? You guys like Dante Moore at all or no?
I think he needs to sit another year. If he gets drafted, I think you got to wait on him. He's shown his ups and downs. I think he's benefited somewhat from an Oregon system as well, and just having like freaks. But if you like look at his like game logs and his stats, there's been times, especially against like pretty decent competition, where he struggled a lot more. I mean, sure you can beat up on Oregon State, but like, have they even won a game this year? Like,
Well,
yeah, yeah,
and Stan, my guy, I said this to Noah earlier, and I'm curious your thoughts.
yeah.
And after his injury, concerned me how he's been playing. But I think the best quarterback in this class is John Mateer, and I don't think it's close.
Really?
Yeah,
Make the case.
I think he's Baker Mayfield 2.0.
Really?
I mean, just watch him. The dude has like, I mean, he has some traits. The only thing to me though is I think the thing that concerns me.
He's a little short. He's a little short, but
I think his throwing motion's weird. I know he was like a big time baseball player. I think he throws the ball like a pitcher. Like if you watch some of his throws, it'll hit the dude in the back of the helmet because it's not like he doesn't get enough air in the ball sometimes.
you know
I
who
think
else
that's
had a really weird
trait.
throwing motion coming out of college?
Who was that?
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But I mean that was before my time. But yeah. But no,
I'm
I
not
think
saying
I
he's
think
going to be
Mateer
Matt
could be
Stafford,
good.
but I think he's the best quarterback in this draft.
I think a guy that would be interesting, like
I
this
mean,
is like a
he's-
very like
he's-
this could
he's
be
young,
really
too, and
really
I don't
interesting
think-
as Lenore Sellers.
Is
I think he
he-
comes back.
Is he going to declare? I
But
don't
like
think he's
if
gonna
you
declare.
really had like the chance to let him like this isn't a real life and in a fantasy situation, let him sit a year or two like in the NFL, get like in a decent system, and I think he could be fine. Because I think he has the traits to be good, like, and I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. I just think South Carolina also just blows on another level. Like they're
Well, and
very
we've been
bad.
having a conversation about these receivers, but like, what do you guys think about Jaden Mayava?
Yeah.
He is all right. I don't know. I mean, again, it's one of those situations of like, he's been good, but like, has he been good? I mean, against Notre Dame, I mean, USC's best team they played this year is Notre Dame, and I mean, he
Yeah,
didn't
but
do that
USC
great.
also, like, this has been their issue for years, right? Like, again, we talked about what NFL teams should do. USC doesn't have the interior,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they
I mean-
haven't for years.
I don't think Maiev is bad, but I don't think he's the best quarterback.
No,
His
he's not the
draft,
best.
right?
He's
No,
not
no,
the
no.
best.
But I'm
He's not the
saying,
best
like,
quarterback in the draft.
I think he potentially is better than, fuck. Now I got Lenora Sellers' name stuck in my head. Mendoza. I think Mayava. I'm not saying he is better. I think he's potentially better than Mendoza.
Nah. Because, like, I feel like if you're going to use the system against Mendoza, you got to use it against Maiev. I would kill to play in a Lincoln Riley offense. Lincoln Riley might suck as a coach, but he is a hell of an offensive player or caller, offensive play caller.
Really?
Fair.
Yeah, like I mean, if you watch like USC, like I mean, there's times when it's been questionable, but like there's a reason
Yeah.
why his quarterbacks succeed and a lot of his offensive skill positions succeed is because he is very like he would be a very good offensive coordinator.
I think I
He's
just
just
like.
not a good head football coach.
No, I mean, I don't think Mayow is bad. I think like a decent comp is like Dak Prescott, maybe like he's got athleticism and he can operate from the pocket pretty well. But I don't know if I'm like bought in that he's gonna be a true stud.
But
or
like I
anything.
said again, I don't think there's.
So
like,
what's your comp
quarterback.
for Mendoza then? If you have a comp for Mayava, bring that.
don't know if I've seen enough to give him a good comp. Like like Jared Goff, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh. I mean that hurts me because is he accurate enough to have that comp?
Like
No.
like Kirk
Eh.
Cousins, maybe. I don't know. Like
But
Okay.
Mendoza's like has a little bit of that
Mac
sneaky.
Jones. Like maybe Mac Jones. Like honestly, like
Okay.
That might be
Yeah,
better because
I think that's
I was
fair.
gonna say that Mendoza actually is a decent athlete. Like if you watch him, like
no,
he
he
can
is.
move.
He's definitely a pretty decent athlete. Like I actually think he's probably more athletic than Mac Jones. But like I don't know. I think like yeah, I don't know. I don't think Jared Goff is that far off. Jared Goff did struggle with his accuracy at times while he was at the Rams too. Like he's gotten better over time, but like there was definitely an instance there where Jared Goff was like making some pretty poor
Yeah,
decisions.
and I do wonder how much of that was him being young and being in like I mean, Sean McVay's scheme is incredibly complicated.
Yes.
Even like we've seen the videos of Stafford talking about it, right? And like Stafford's a
Yes.
fucking 12, 13-year veteran. So
But
like
the
but
one
like
thing you can
Jordan
say though
or
is like cerebrally, it's probably pretty complicated. But like from a quarterback demand point of view, like McVay doesn't demand the craziest of throws. Like McVay isn't making you take the top off of defenses very often. You know, like he finds a lot of success in like those like intermediate routes, right? And that's why like ironically we
yes.
talk about guys that actually would probably be a great fit with Sean McVay, like for when Matt Stafford ages out. It probably is Mac Jones because Mac Jones is like ADOT is like pretty clearly like his highest level of ADOT is between like I think it's 10 and 19 yards. Like he thrives in those like intermediate ranges. So like actually
Sure.
like if the Rams were able to like go pick up Mac Jones next year, if Matt Stafford like let's say they win the Super Bowl and Matt Stafford retires, like them picking up Mac Jones I think would be a fucking dagger to my NFC West heart because like I think Mac Jones could thrive in that McVay system.
Then
right?
you want a rookie that I think you want a rookie I think that could do that. If he does
Who?
well, I think Ty Simpson could be
Who?
like that. Ty Simpson.
Wait, say again.
I
Sorry.
think he's very system. Yeah, like I'm thinking like like he's like in a good system he'd be a good quarterback.
Wait, sorry. Say again. Your mic cut out for a
Ty
second.
Simpson.
Ty Simpson out of
Oh,
Alabama.
Ty Simpson. Yeah, but I mean, at that point, and I don't disagree with you, but it's like at that point we're just picking and choosing our Alabama boys. You know, it's just like they run a.
Well, no, I'm just
Agreed.
saying. Well, I'm saying because he's a rookie. I'm saying is like say they get like a or say they don't even win the Super Bowl. Say they have like a really good season, and Stafford's just like he's got 35 kids. He wants to be a family man. He's done right.
Yeah.
Say somehow he wins an MVP this year, and like that's it, right? He gave all he could give.
Sure.
Both the bang.
I mean, I
And they
think
have,
you
like,
guys
a
are
late pick.
underrating,
Like, I could see a Ty
underrating the
Simpson going, like,
possibility,
late.
though, even if Stafford plays one more year, like that, they don't still draft a rookie quarterback.
Well, they definitely could because like the Rams are in a spot where like they have a very good roster all around, like where they
Yeah.
could quarterback in the first round and not like suffer too much from it. And they're good. Like their front office is very good. Been very good drafting.
Yes, they have a good front office, and it pisses
So
me
like that's what
off.
I'm saying is like a guy like Ty Simpson, could sit a year, and I think like he's shown promise here and there. He's also had his ups and downs, but I think in a system he could be
Well,
very good.
yeah, he would be a great system quarterback because he's fucking decently efficient and he doesn't throw picks. And like, if you don't throw picks, you're probably at least like a beat average NFL quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. Like I mean,
Yeah.
he has 2 picks on the year. He has like 156 passer rating.
Does he?
right?
I thought he only
mean,
had one pick. Did he throw a second interception this week? Maybe you're right. No, I could be wrong.
No, he has 2 picks. He had one against Oklahoma last week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because he had that pick. That's what it was. He had a pick 6.
Gotcha. Okay, yes. Fair enough.
That was pretty big in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wasn't like because I think, but the thing about Tyson is he's just efficient. Like he doesn't like wow you, but he's just like very efficient.
Yes.
We're like
Well, and that's like
other guys. Huh? Go ahead.
back to you mentioned efficiency, and I just think of Goff, right? And like you said, like yes, cerebrally, I think it's hard to get a handle on McVay's offense, especially when you're a young quarterback. But Jared Goff was also incredibly accurate in college when he played at Cal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I think that's what some of these other quarterbacks are missing. So
Totally.
I think it's tough to comp somebody like that to a Goff.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this like draft board, and it's just like it's kind of stinky. Like quarterback wise, it's stinky. And I'm just being honest. Like I think there's like some guys here that could be like okay, you know, or like, you know, maybe a surprise, but for the most part, are like not great. I mean, like Beck fell off crazy. I mean, Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik, Garrett
Again,
Nussmeier.
Oh,
you
dude,
know, I did
Drew
think
Allen's
going into the
going
season
nowhere.
that Cade was going
Yeah.
to be the best quarterback, but again, as I mentioned before, I don't understand why anybody ever thought Aller was a good quarterback. That it was beyond me. I never got it. I watched the
Again,
guy play.
again, 6'5", 241, rocket arm, can move somewhat. I think that's
Yeah,
the
but he
only reason
can't
why it's
play
weird.
No.
quarterback.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I'm
I
a
can
Penn State fan.
understand.
That guy's a horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. No, I agree. I just like I'm saying like what people look at, which is like
No,
I
for
know,
sure. People
I
fall in
know,
love with the
but
athleticism
I
of
just
it.
never
For sure.
understood it. Like we were supposed to think that this guy was the best quarterback in the nation before the season started. And I'm like, have
But
you
then
ever
again, like
watched
what Penn
him
State was
play?
what? What was Penn State preseason?
Ranked 2.
Number 3, number 4. Yeah, maybe they were
I think
2.
we were
I don't
2.
know.
I think we were 2.
Ranked 2
But even
preseason
still,
champ.
like I get it. Like, trust me, I'm a Michigan fan. You can talk to me about preseason champions all you want. I get it. But like,
You won one, bro.
but have you ever watched Drew Aller play? He's not good. He never has been,
No, he's
and I
awful.
never understood it.
There's been times when he's like okay, but like most of the time he just sucks. And I mean like, you know what's weird too is like there's a guy like Nussmeier where like you know there was times where like even like last year I was like okay this guy you know could be an NFL quarterback, he makes NFL throws, and then like the rest of the time he's just like boneheaded, like just stuff that
Yeah,
like
but again, he's younger, right? Like you could say that he could progress. Drew Aller has been the same player since he started playing to what he was this year until he got hurt. Like
well to me the weird part to me the weird part about Nussmeier though is he regressed a lot.
Real quick, Stan, people can hear your mic. You're just like not talking, so people don't think they can hear you.
Got you. Thank you, Mikey. I thought I was being filtered out for a second here. I was like, what's going on? Also,
No,
my voice.
I can
Also, my
hear you when
voice
you're
is
talking.
just completely fucked. So sorry if you guys can't hear me at any point. It's
There
'cause
is a
I'm
thing I've
sick.
noticed with your mic a couple times where you'll talk and it sounds like it's fading out. So I don't know if you're like further away from it or if it's just not picking up your voice.
It
but,
definitely,
yeah, I mean,
it definitely used to be that. Now, I don't know if you've been able to see Kahuna. We're coming up in the world. I finally got a mic arm, and it has genuinely saved my entire neck. Like I was like hunched over, like trying to stream, hours a day, every single day, like while it was sitting on my desk, and that's why sometimes it would like fade out because I'd have to like lean back to save my neck. But now, you should be able to hear me better because it should be right up against my face all the time. So.
No, that's fair. And I just wonder if it was feedback. I mean, again, it might be, dude, honestly, this whole time I've been talking to you off my phone. So
Dude, you guys all sound pretty damn good for being on your phone. I'm impressed.
I'm
yeah,
on
this is just the Discord app on my cell phone, and I'm just sitting out like with my phone plugged into the charger and talking. So yeah,
No, I love it. I love it. Well, guys, tell me then. I mean, we talked about obviously some wide receivers. We talked about some quarterbacks here. Like, any guys you see from that quarterback perspective that like you're like, yeah, this is going to be a sleeper. This is going to be a starting NFL quarterback that like no one's seeing. Or you guys have anybody you like?
if all these players
again,
another year.
Yeah.
like I said, I think Mateer is going to shock some people. I don't know where he's going to go in the draft. I don't know what team he's going to go to.
Is
Like,
he declaring?
sleeper-wise,
Because he's a junior. Is he going to declare?
It depends. I mean, it's
If
a
I
lot
was him,
tougher
no.
now. It's a lot tougher now with NIL, and then plus he had the injury, for quite a few. So it's like if he goes out and his agent's like, oh yeah, you're not going to be drafted till late second or early third, like yeah, maybe he comes back. But also like, I don't know. I mean, the way I think, I think if these players have a chance to go to the NFL, I don't care where you're drafted, go.
Yeah.
Like that's my opinion. But
I don't know if there's like any real sleepers. I'd have to see like I don't like so a lot of these guys like to me I don't even know if would even play. I think if you get like I feel like most of these guys honestly like they'd be better off getting drafted by a team that could sit them for a year or two and let them develop. Like a Dante Moore needs some more time. A Lenore Sellers needs some more time. I'd say Ty Simpson could use another year. The only one that's like clear cut to me that might be like good is Mendoza. But then again, I think the problem with Mendoza is going to be is that he's going to go somewhere where it's like he won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, I just look. I mean, like ESPN's only showing like 7 quarterbacks. I mean, one that maybe could be a sleeper just because he's played in programs would be Carson Beck, but I don't really believe that because I don't think he's any good.
I, ugh, ugh, ugh.
I just don't
Yeah.
believe he's any good. But
I don't believe he's good either.
if it were to happen, I wouldn't be like the most shocked. I just am not going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that he will. If that makes sense.
I mean, to me, like fantasy wise and like NFL wise, if these GMs could, I would just wait till 27.
I agree with you. I mean, like, I don't think there's any problem with taking a lot of these guys in the second, third, or later. But,
Yeah.
like, you know that they're going to
First
take a couple of
round,
these
yeah.
guys in the first, and it's just like, well, I don't
They're
know
gonna get
why
reached,
they would
yeah.
do that.
I mean,
Again,
only-
unless you're somebody like the Rams, and God, man, he's not going to be there, right? But, like, even if he was, let's say he fell to 19 or something, and the Rams are at 28 to 30, and they decide to trade up and take Mendoza at 19.
Sure.
Which would never happen. Like, that would be amazing for the Rams. I think that'd be a great fit.
I agree. I mean, like even like honestly, like a first year scenario that'd be beautiful would be like if the Steelers could get like a guy like Mendoza, but that won't happen. You know, 'cause you
Mendoza
gotta
is
remember,
literally the only quarterback that like I've given any care to like
look
worry
at,
about.
yeah, I mean, I agree. Looking at this board, I agree. Like most of these guys, I would say that they need to come back to college for a year if they can, or they need to go to a team that can sit them for a year or two because they need more time. And even then, like I said, with Mendoza's issue is that like the teams that are like giving him the googly eyes right now, I wouldn't want to go to as a quarterback. It's hell. But 2027 wise, like I said, I think there's a few decent candidates. I think obviously like Sayan's gonna be really good. I'm high on CJ Carr. I don't know what happened to DJ Lagway. I hope he transfers somewhere and then maybe magically he becomes good. I still have faith in Arch Manning. Overhyped for sure, but I still think he'll be a good quarterback.
So let me ask you this.
I'm not
though,
out
right?
on Arch
Like,
Manning. I'm just out on Arch Manning for this year.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I
think-
agree.
I actually think that they have a decent team. What if the Browns were to draft Mendoza?
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that. The Browns have actually a far better roster than people like are aware of.
I think he'd be all right. It's hard to say.
Because I was just looking at the projected draft order, and that's where they're at right
Well,
now.
no, but
is
if
2.
you think about the Cleveland Browns, right? Like Kahuna, this is a really good point. If you think about the Cleveland Browns, this draft class is fucking made for them, dude. Like they already have their trenches set. Their D line eats. They actually have a pretty decent offensive line. Like they could get a quarterback early on, and with the amount of like good receivers, like we were talking about, that are potentially going to be available in this class, like imagine. Okay, you take Mendoza in the first round. That would be amazing.
Don't they got
right?
2 firsts?
Let's just say it happens. And then, do they have 2 firsts? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Travis
because they have
Hunter trade.
Jacksonville
Travis Hunter,
from
yeah,
the-
they have
from the
Jacksonville,
Hunter
which
trade
might end up
last
being
year.
a decent, which
There
ends
you
up
go.
might be
That's
probably
gonna be
a
a
mid first.
That's gonna be a mid first. Like imagine they come out and they get a like a Mekhi Lemon. Like imagine that, and then you get like or a Carnell Tate, or like imagine they get like a solid wide receiver, and then hell, even in the 3rd or 4th round, they just dig deep and they go take Brazel or like
Then yes,
like
I do believe in Mendoza, even though I don't like Tommy Rees, their offensive coordinator. He was at Notre Dame for a while.
Here's the crazy thing where I had to stop though, because like you just said something, and then it briefly dawned on me that this time next year we could talk about, and I know it's going to sound crazy,
sure,
but the Browns being an offensive powerhouse.
dude, you could.
Boys.
But you could make that argument mainly because
Nick Young heads up stands live right now.
You could make that argument because yes, like not only are the Browns not that far off from having like some actually good pieces like on offense, like we just said, you had a couple skill position players. On top of that, because their defense is actually so solid and they have such an elite defensive line, like that Browns offense, they could be getting pretty good field position on almost every single drive. And like when you can run the ball with Judkins, and obviously Dylan Sampson's shown us some promise here too, and you've got a young core there, and they can bring in a quarterback that can move the ball, you could be talking about maybe not like the most high-powered, deep threat, whatever offense, but you could talk about a plenty efficient like team, that is able to move the ball and consistently put up 25 to 29 points a game with a solid defense. Like now you're talking about a team that could push for the playoffs, like genuinely.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's really funny. Like I've already been trying to get him in some leagues, but like, man, if they were to draft somebody like that, like I'm gonna go all in on Fannin, 100%.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's interesting. Looking at this draft order, like, because I even see a situation
Wait,
where
what teams
the
have
Jets
multiple
at
firsts
2 or
this next
3 or
year?
4, they don't draft a quarterback. They go for they build the team around other people, and they don't necessarily go for that QB.
There's 2 teams that have multiple firsts. It's the Browns and whoever the Falcons traded with. Somebody else has the Falcons pick, which might end up being like a
The
gold mine.
Jets too, but
Well, the
Jets.
Jets are going to have multiple firsts. The Cowboys
So
have multiple
the Jets
firsts.
are probably going to have the first overall pick. They'll probably take Mendoza. Who wouldn't, right? So then you probably got the Browns picking second or third. So
You think that the Jets are going to finish with a worse record than the Titans?
probably.
ooh,
But the Titans won't take a
Ooh.
quarterback, obviously. So I mean, then it's like, do you trade up?
True.
Like for example, if you're the Browns, do you give up? You have more than one first round pick. Do you give up your first?
I don't see them doing that, but they might. They are the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like in that situation, then you're guaranteed to get.
the
Oh,
Giants
guys.
are the Giants can also have a bad record.
This is who the Falcons traded with. So this goes back to what we were saying. The Rams right now are projected to have the 9th overall pick from the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean that's disgusting.
And then they also have their own pick, which will be, 28 to 30 or whatever.
Again, I would use like pick 28 to 30 to pick a quarterback though, like because if like Mendoza goes, then instantly I'm like, ooh, back it up on quarterbacks. Because like I said, I'm just not high on a lot of these quarterbacks. I think these quarterbacks need to sit and just chill out.
If
Like, I don't
Sellers
think anyone-
declares, is he a first rounder? Do you think, or
I think it's a reach, but I mean, I think it depends on like where you can go. I also think like part of the issue with Sellers is that South Carolina just awful,
Dude.
yes?
and their offenses had issues like here and there.
I think if he declares, then
But
yes,
then
he's
also
gonna be a
like
first round.
we haven't even talked about Miami. Like Miami would probably try to take a quarterback maybe. Like there's almost zero world where I see Miami rolling with Tua. Like they won't.
how long-
Yeah,
I
but
don't
the
know,
Dolphins
man.
have
They're
4
pretty
wins.
tied in with that contract, aren't they?
I was gonna say Tua's contract is like
Dude,
a disaster.
That's the thing. I know it's a bad contract, but like I'm pretty sure they'll just eat it, dude. Like I think they'll just cut their
I'll
losses
give you
and
two
eat it.
examples of QBs that teams didn't want to get out of their contract because
Yeah,
it was so
Kirk
good, and then they
Cousins.
decided it was bad. Deshaun Watson and who was it again?
Kirk Cousins, dude. They just signed Kirk Cousins to a $180 million deal, and then they drafted a quarterback at 8 overall and never played him a snap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and also
$108 million
Mr. Unlimited.
deal over 3 years, which is really only like $32 million, which honestly for a quarterback in today's market is cheap as shit.
I mean, the
Sure,
4
but-
quarterbacks that are
but
going
I'm
to
pretty
be.
sure-
I mean, like that. The teams want to move off of are Kyler Murray and Tua. Is most likely also going to be the Jets with Justin Fields. And then we have the
Kyler's
Browns.
quarterback contract is easy to move off of because I'm pretty sure the team either had an out this year or if they cut it, it's only like
actually, no,
$14 million in dead money.
Kahuna,
Well, I mean,
Kahuna is right. Tua's dead cap hit next year is $99 million.
Look, hold
Yeah,
on.
they're not-
Look at
they're not
Deshaun
really-
Watson's, by the way. Look at Deshaun Watson's. Like, trust
Yeah.
me.
I
I'm
mean,
looking at it
like-
right now.
Yeah, and what Russell Wilson also like, if the team isn't making sales off that player, at some point they decide he's just a dead asset. Like he's not winning. He is winning them games, but he's not taking them to a playoff.
Holy shit,
it
dude!
is-
You're
But
right.
I wouldn't say any of these rookies in
Deshaun
this class
Watson
they could
is
take
still
would
getting
take him to the playoff.
$167 million dead cap hit if you cut him this year.
Yeah.
Who, Tua?
No,
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson. If you cut him, you're incurring $167 million. If you cut him next year, you incur $131 million dead cap. They can finally void his deal in 2027, and they'll eat $51 million in dead cap, and they will. But like, that's crazy.
That's why the Browns should
this is one of
go
the worst
hard with
contracts
their
I've
first
ever
round
seen
picks.
in sports history. This has got to be the worst contract of all time.
It's
Right?
got to.
Well,
It's
yeah,
100% is.
they fully guaranteed it.
Yeah.
It's unequivocally the worst contract in sports history.
The Browns should go hard on all of their skill players this draft. Let them build up like confidence. They're probably not going to do good next year. Whenever they can void Deshaun Watson's contract and go hard in free agency, that'll be not this coming off season, but in the next off season. I think they'll have
No, not even the next one.
weapons.
It'll be the 2027 one because they'll void Deshaun Watson's contract it'll be 28, dude, because they'll void
It'll be
that.
28 because
They'll void that
not only
contract.
they have
They're going to
51
eat $51 million in dead cap in 2027, and they will. And then 2028 is finally when they'll have some cap relief. That is why the Browns are just the biggest bum franchise ever.
Well, yeah. Not only that, that 51 million is a lot of their cap, and then they also have to pay Myles Garrett that extension that they just gave him.
Oh,
so,
100%. And I'm going to check right now what Myles Garrett's
it's something like $45 million a year.
guaranteed cap hit is for the next couple of years.
Yeah, it's like $45 million.
Because his
Browns
was
are in
almost a
nightmare
fully
situation.
guaranteed deal too, right?
Um,
It was pretty damn close, I reckon.
yeah, I want to say, let's say, like if they gave him a 4-year extension and it was like 200 million, I think they guaranteed like 160 of
Okay,
it.
so his cap hit, his debt, like obviously they're not going to cut him in the next 2 years. So like if they had cut him this year, it would have been 125 million. If they cut him next year, it's 100 million. If they cut him in 2027, going into his age 32 season, they'll incur 55 million, and then almost guaranteed going into their 33-year season is when they'll cut him because they incur only a $13 million cap hit that season, and then like 34, if by some chance he's still playing elite at 33, at 34 they can cut him for only $4 million. So that would be probably the most realistic. That's crazy.
Well, yeah,
though.
it depends on
But on
what
the
his
Miami,
cap it is if they keep him and like what it is for the dead money, right? Like if 33 and 34 season it's relatively manageable and he's still producing at a high level, then they might not cut him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I
Deshaun
could see him
Watson
playing
is
the
cut.
year 33 season. I could see them keeping him because his cap hit is 31 million that year, which like is still a lot. But if he can get 10 sacks, it's probably worth it. It's the next year where it's like they'll for sure cut him because his cap hit goes back up to 64.5 million, and that's not dead cap.
Yeah.
That's true cap. So like, there's no way they're paying a 34-year-old $64 million.
No, not unless he's still getting 18, 19 sacks a year. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but to the Miami thing earlier with the Tua thing,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any quarterback in this draft good enough to like cut Tua, take that money, and then like take a quarterback with a first-round pick.
correct.
I agree
No, I
with
mean,
that.
I don't think that they're gonna sell him. They're just going to probably soft bench him for the season.
Yeah, but like, who's going to be the rookie quarterback starting? Like, I think I'd rather just.
Well, probably
mean-
not rookie, but they might. I mean, that's where you talk about guys like Mac Jones, right? Where like maybe you bring Mac Jones in on a less than Sam Darnold, right? But like maybe you give him like a two year, $12 million a year, fully guaranteed deal, and you just say,
I
"Fuck
don't
it,
think
we'll
you're
just play
getting.
him."
I don't think you're getting anybody of Mac Jones's caliber for $12 million at the quarterback position.
Hey, we need
anymore.
we need Walsh in here to get the Malik Willis.
Yeah, the Malik Willis hype needs to go crazy here.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, like
on the Malik Willis
makes
train.
like.
Well,
I think
actually,
Malik
you-
Willis makes
dude,
like 15 to 18
No
million
one's
dollars.
gonna want to hear this, but you know who could genuinely play better for Miami that would actually be really cheap, and like I know people are not gonna probably agree with me on this, but Drew Lock, Drew Lock is not that bad, and like he could genuinely play better than Tua right now. Like I will die on that
Your
mountain.
homerism is showing here. Drew
Carson
Lock is fucking
Wentz.
trash.
Dude.
Carson
No.
Wentz.
Drew Lock is
Carson
not that
Wentz
bad.
is
now coming off
so
that
bad.
injury.
Compared to
He's like a-
Tua, dude, he is not that bad. Drew Lock beat the fucking Eagles in primetime last year with a bum Seattle Seahawks offensive line.
Dude,
Like,
I am
Drew Lock is
sorry.
not
I
that
don't like
bad.
Tua at all. Tua is head and shoulders better than Drew Lock.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, Tua's had his games this year where he's been like bad, but he hasn't been like terrible enough to.
As a hardcore Mizzou fan, I do not think Drew Lock is better than Tua.
Really? I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying he could potentially like manage a game better than what Tua is doing. Like Tua's decision making is such a fucking liability, dude.
I mean, I can agree with that, but like,
It is such a liability.
Well, I
Like,
mean, Tua's either winning them games or losing them games. So I mean, it's not like Miami's like that great of a roster, though. I feel like they've got their fair share of issues.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
That's
I'm,
very true.
they don't protect Tua well enough.
I'm
they
just
need
gonna look
to
this up, though.
build up their other position groups before quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially with how much money. Like, I mean, if you're paying them that much money, you might as well use them.
Yeah, facts.
So, like, it's not worth to have that. Even a soft bench, it's not worth to sit that money when you have so many other worldly problems to do.
Fine, but like, okay, then humor me this. Then humor me this, then, fellas. Okay, right? We're talking about like backup quarterbacks and whatever. Fine, like, you want to bench Tua? What? Just bring Jacoby Brissett in for 2 years, dude. Jacoby Brissett's playing great. Like there's
Jacoby
backup-
Brissett's going to cost a lot of money.
I don't know.
No, I
don't-
think Mike
I don't
Jones is
think
going to
so.
go to Arizona.
I mean, I don't know if they'll do that. He doesn't really fit Jonathan Gannon's system
Guys.
anyway.
Do
Yeah, why wouldn't Arizona just roll with Jacoby?
what do the
Sorry, he got
Steelers
familiar
do?
with the offense. He's shown that he can perform. I mean, he's not a bum. They're going to get rid of Kyler. I could see them running out Jacoby as a stopgap until, they decide they have a
Bro, fuck
quarterback
it.
that's a young
Fuck
guy
it.
they want to go after.
You know what's so Miami and would just be so elite? Bring me Jameis Winston to Miami, baby. Let's roll back some famous Jameis in Florida. I would sign up like for a whole year of famous Jameis in Miami and be hyped about
Hey, if anything, even if he doesn't play, he can certainly help Tua with his media literacy.
I mean, Jameis Winston's the GOAT. I actually flew on a plane with Jameis Winston. Like, I was on the same plane.
Wait,
It was pretty
really?
cool. Yeah.
That's hype.
My dad met him. I missed him by I was grabbing something and my
I
dad
love
actually
that.
met him, got a picture with him. He said he was a cool dude, but yeah, shout out Jameis Winston, man.
Yeah,
Real quick.
I think Jameis would be an awesome dude to grab a beer with.
Oh, 100%.
What do the Steelers do?
I want
I mean, that's
Jameis
like a
Winston to
great
become my
question.
best friend.
Okay.
Is Rodgers gone after this season? Or
Yeah,
Okay,
I- yeah.
guys, hear me out in Miami. I know we're saying a lot for Miami here or Arizona, but like I know everyone's gonna hate this. Guys, people forget that Indianapolis is gonna extend Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson is gonna be fully on the trade block, okay? Someone is gonna take a swing on Anthony Richardson this season.
No.
Someone
I'd rather
will.
Yeah,
have
they
Joe
will.
I'd rather have Joe Milton.
No,
Yeah.
no, dude, no.
No, I promise you I'd rather have Joe Milton than AR.
No, you wouldn't.
agree.
No, you wouldn't.
I
Dude,
promise
Matt-
you.
Joe Milton is like the ultimate hype train machine. Like,
AR is the most quarterback of all time.
Stan. I mean, I know NFL. We talked about NFL executives and GMs. They'll take him on as quarterback. But if I was running a team, the only way I'd trade for AR is if before the trade he would agree to play receiver or tight end.
Well, look, again, I'm not saying these things like this is my suggestion for the team. I'm just saying, like, I think that someone will take a swing on Anthony Richardson and, like, just to the Joe Milton, like points. Like, I understand he had one good game for the Patriots at the end of last year against a bunch of backups, but, like, Joe Milton is so unbelievably inaccurate. Like, he's got the world's strongest arm and the world's, like, most, like, liability
quarterback
decision-making
than AR.
arm. Like, at least Anthony Richardson at times can put together, like, a 62% completion percentage game and then run for the rest of it, you know?
The problem with AR, honestly, is not
And
like
people
I
forget
joke
how
and
young
say, like,
Anthony
he can't play
Richardson is, dude.
quarterback.
Like, if Anthony Richardson gets a good coach, he could still be, like, a solid quarterback by the time he's 26. He just turned 23 years old.
Stan, I have to stop. I'm so, if he gets a good coach, fucking Shane Steichen has turned Daniel Jones into a potential fucking MVP.
Well, I mean, good coaching development. Like, he needs time. He needs time and, like, a lot of practice. And, like, he's not, like, clearly doing that. He's always hurt.
My opinion about Anthony Richardson, and this might not be fair, is he joined the NFL to milk the NFL for all he could for his payday, and he does not actually want to play football.
I was gonna say, does Anthony Richardson even care about football? I kind of get the vibes that he just doesn't care.
See, now
Every single
that's a
little
far more
tiny
valid
injury
point.
he's got.
That's a far more valid
Even
point.
when he hurt himself this year, he hurt his shoulder, and the coaches were like, "Oh yeah, it shouldn't be a major thing," but he went out and got a second opinion. And I think he did that so he does not have to play football. He doesn't want to play football. He just wants to fucking collect his check.
I'll
What
agree with that.
about Trey Lance?
Yeah, someone could take a
I
chance
think-
on Trey Lance for sure. He was a top 5 fucking pick.
I think Trey Lance would be a better fit in New York than Justin Fields is currently.
I can agree with that.
Yep, I'll agree with that.
Trey
Do you guys
Lance
know
showed
who-
in that preseason game that he can actually stand in the pocket and read a defense.
Yep.
All right, let's chill on the preseason though, because like Jared Stidham actually looked good in preseason. I don't know if I like Jared Stidham that much.
Do you guys know who Keelan Marion is?
No.
He's a wide receiver 6 for the Miami Dolphins. He is their official kick returner. He has not returned a kick in 3 years, and he has not caught a ball in 4 years.
Really?
That is the definition of milking a check, is being on a first team and not doing anything in your career in the last 4 years.
Interesting.
Locker room
I mean,
guys,
you could
man.
say thing of like, do you guys know who Tom Kennedy is?
No.
No.
So he's literally like the Lions preseason hero every year. He's been in the league for like 9-10 years. They always play him in the preseason. Sometimes they call him up to the active roster, but essentially he's just a guy that the Lions love, and he sits on their practice squad. And I don't know if you guys know this, but practice squad players make like fucking 17 grand a week.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they make $500,000 a year.
Practice squad players make good money.
So like they just continuously call him up. Like I said, sometimes he'll make the active roster because they need a guy in scout. He's played in a couple regular season games when they've had injuries. But he's just a practice squad dude. That's all he is. Like that is
Sure.
like, I'm not saying he doesn't work hard. Like a lot of these guys, even in the NFL, you're working hard because you're going to practice. But like that guy's got the fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
And when he's old and retired, like he's just gonna go be like a fucking car salesman or something. Or sell insurance. I don't know, but that's it. The NFL is interesting when you talk about players that make money for doing absolutely nothing when it comes to game production.
All right. I got a question for you guys.
Please.
What do you think the Panthers are going to do with Bryce Young? Do they extend him? Because next season's his last year on his rookie contract.
Yeah, but they got.
I mean, all right,
they got a
who can
fifth year
play
option
into
on
that
him,
box?
though, right?
Do they do 5th year?
Yeah, they'll take
Do
a
they do
fifth year
5th
option
year?
on him. Don't you think?
Okay.
No.
You don't think so?
It all depends. How many more games this season does he have like he had last week?
Well, that's a good question.
Or
But
close to it.
I hopped in here just in time for the Panther Bryce Young talk.
yeah, please. No, honestly, dude, I think Bryce Young gets a bad rap. I still think Bryce Young actually
Yes.
still has a solid NFL future.
I mean, he's not bad. I mean, I just you gotta think about how bad the Panthers have been for a while now.
Here was my take 2 weeks ago as a Panther fan. I was hoping that he would do exactly what he did last game, or he would be horrible. And I think with us being 6-5 now,
Yeah.
we kind of have no choice but to just be super excited, especially coming off of a 448-yard game. You just got to kind of get back on that hype train at this point.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, and I mean it's not fully Bryce Young winning them the game, but yeah, they are 6-5.
Right.
Like they extend them. Like I mean, the Panthers are have been historically bad the past few years.
Rico Dowdle has won 3 games on his own this season.
Yeah, but Bryce
I'll
Young.
be
or
honest
Bryce
with you
Young's
though,
been enough.
guys. Like, I didn't think Bryce Young had a game like that in him.
Really? I don't know. Bryce
Well, he
Young's
did it
actually
towards
a
the end of
talented
last
player,
year.
though.
Not forward.
He didn't throw for. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, yeah, could he?
But
Could
nobody's
he
doing that.
Could he approach that 300-yard threshold? Sure, but I didn't think he had that kind of game in him. Now, truthfully,
Well, we can't predict that
from-
out of anybody. Like Josh
I
Allen.
know, but like, you're gonna tell me that you don't think Josh Allen has a game like that in him? You don't think Pat Mahomes has a game like that in him? Like Stafford,
Well,
You don't think you
I
guys don't
didn't
think Sam
Bryce Young was
Darnold has a
physically
game like that in
capable
him?
of a game like
Sam Darnold.
right? I didn't think Bryce was capable of having a game like that. So it's kind of changed my opinion temporarily. I want to see what he does for the rest of the season. Also, not being a Panthers fan, not being watching a lot of those games, Raheem Morris. I know other coaches have been fired. You know, Callahan was fired, Brian Daboll was fired. Raheem Morris should have never been fucking hired 2 years ago. He's the worst coach in the NFL. He's fucking trash. He doesn't know how to manage a game. He doesn't know how to coach his players, and he doesn't know how to run an offense or defensive scheme. He's fucking terrible. Sorry, rant over. I fucking hate that guy. And I'm
No, you're absolutely right. I was gonna lead it into that because me and my buddies have been talking about that. I mean, you get swept by the Panthers too. I mean,
it's rough too because you think about it. Like, what they don't have their first round pick.
Yeah.
Their quarterback's out for the year, and I mean, Kirk Cousins sucks now. So what? You're gonna win maybe one game the rest of the year, and you won't get any sort of like reward out of that.
I mean, I think we're kind of shitting on Kirk Cousins. I think he'll put together like a string of games. Like he was hurt majority of the season and coming off injury last year, which does tend to affect a player's like rhythm. He also was just not adept to the playbook, and I think that they're going to make it a little bit more simple motions for him. They're not going to be running the same concepts. I mean they can't. They don't have.
Warren, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree with you. Like, because he had a couple of great games against the Bucs last year, right? And then he kind of fell off. Again, though, the problem is, as long as they continue to have that coaching staff in place, you will see no offensive production from the quarterback. The best thing they can do is just hand the ball off to Bijan and Tyler for the rest of the fucking season and fucking fire everybody and start all over again, because that team has so much fucking talent, and they're one of the worst coach teams in the NFL.
Hey, Stan, if Arthur Smith goes to New York, do you want Jackson Dart for a fourth?
Yeah. I'll give you 2 fourths.
Yeah.
Listen, as soon as Arthur Smith enters any of my NFL teams, I want to cry. I think Arthur Smith has been the biggest wash of an NFL coach and needs to be fired.
Dude, yeah, who is going to take over as head coach in New York? What are you guys thinking here?
God.
The options aren't great from what I hear.
Clinton Kubiak, dude. They're gonna poach the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
who they want. Yeah. That's the fans. That's who they want.
Yeah.
You know, a real dark horse candidate would be.
It's John Gruden, dude. Edwards, right?
Oh, bro, I was gonna say Brian Flores.
Oh, Brian Flores. That'd be a great pick, actually. Like Brian Flores was actually a fine head coach.
I think you guys are overrating how good the New York front office is at evaluating coaches.
Well, I think Joe Shane is going to be fired by the end of this year too. We'll see.
They're gonna fucking hire Shane Waldron, dude. I don't know.
Dude, Shane Waldron is the worst exec in the entire league. That guy single-handedly makes me like pretty confident that I can get a job with the NFL someday.
Facts.
As a Brian Thomas owner, I hope Shane Waldron never works again.
Dude, as a Seattle Seahawks fan that dealt with him as an offensive coordinator, not even a
seriously,
passing
that
game
too.
coordinator,
Oh
an
my
OC for multiple seasons.
Yes.
Multiple. And every single year I was like, wow, I wonder why DK isn't getting utilized. I wonder why we're fucking ass. Oh my God.
Wait. I've been meaning to ask you this, Stan. Like, what's your take on like the run game of the Seahawks? Like, like the current status of it, and where do you see like it going in the future?
Justice for K9.
Dude.
Seriously.
Justice for K9, man. No, I'm still so with you to where like I know I sound like the biggest broken drum, and I know that everybody out here is like, this guy's such a homer. He just wants to talk up every Seahawks player. Like, you guys watch ball. You watch the games. You see the deeper analytics. Kenneth Walker, I will still die on this mountain, is a top 10 running back. He is one of the most talented backs in the entire league. And for some reason, the Seattle Seahawks cannot figure out either how to utilize him correctly, how to scheme him up correctly, how to like get, you know, the consistency behind the run game going. Now, here's an interesting thing for you, right? And I'm just going to ramble about the Seahawks for a second. going into the Rams game last week, we were second overall in DVOA on offense, okay? That will tell you that if you're just looking at the numbers, we are outrageously efficient and we're getting the job done. The issue is that most of that ability to get the job done is coming through the passing game, but we don't pass at an extremely high rate. We actually run the ball a lot. So when you're looking at the Seahawks, you are actually saying, well, they're actually doing everything they're intending to do. They're running the ball a lot, and they're getting small chunk yardage plays, and then they're opening the ball up on play action and through, intermediate crossing routes that is actually allowing them to be very, very efficient on offense and break down these defenses. And they've actually been having a great conversion rate on the deep ball, right? Like JSN has hit the deep ball multiple times. You've seen fucking Torrey Horton hit the deep ball. Like, we have been successful. The real interesting thing with the Seahawks is, like, we do run the ball a fuckload. We just run it so inefficiently, and I think there's two reasons behind that.
Yeah.
One, the downfield blocking has not been very good. Like, you've actually seen opportunities where, like, Ken Walker, Zach Charbonnet finds an early hole and then tries to break into the secondary, and, like, the downfield blocking, the receivers have not been doing their job. Or our offensive lineman, Anthony Bradford, has not been able to actually find his, like, fucking mark and, like, move off the line, and he just looks like a fucking chicken with his head cut off, roaming around out there and just misses his second-level block when they're trying to push to the second
might
level.
be the worst offensive lineman in the league.
That guy should not even
maybe
have a
the
job.
worst offensive lineman I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did it?
I genuinely can't believe he's still on the field, and the only reason is because, ironically, he's actually a pretty decent pass blocker. Like, even though the clips still look bad, like, he's actually a pretty decent pass blocker. But, like,
the only
so
thing
bad.
he can do still is, like, pull.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
like, the only thing he can do.
Yeah. I mean, here's
So-
the thing. I still believe in the Seattle Seahawks run game. I do think it's going to come together. I believe in Kubiak. His play calling has been good. And I believe more than anything in Ken Walker's talent ability. So, like, I am still just going to be one of those guys, and it's going to be week fucking 15, and Ken Walker's still going to be RB 25, and I'm going to tell you to start Ken Walker because I just think that he's, like, always at any given time in to just finally get his fucking blow up and, like, go off for 140 yards and 2 tutties. And, like, I just still see that it could happen. But I genuinely,
That happened in
I
week
couldn't tell you why.
17 when I'm
For my
in the-
fantasy sake, I hope so. Because, like,
Yeah, can you do that in week 17 whenever I'm in the championship, please?
So there's a couple of different coaches that I think are interesting in this cycle. And this is an interesting one for the Giants. What about fucking Davis Webb?
Wait, isn't he like a former player?
He's a third round pick from the Giants, and he's the current pass game coordinator for the Broncos.
Or do I recognize the name?
as a Broncos fan, I mean, our pass game
You're
is
fine
pretty-
with that?
Yeah. to be honest. Actually, hold on. Wait, hold on.
So I just said that because of the Giants connection, but truthfully, I think a guy like Mike LaFleur would be like a head coach of the Giants.
No, wait, actually, no, because Davis Webb might actually be a good play caller because they let him call plays in the preseason. He was kind of cooking. Like, I'm not going to – like, I actually like the Davis Webb offense more than the Sean Payton offense. And I know it's, like, the craziest statement I might have ever said, and I will stand by that statement because he actually, like, would run more than just, like, horizontal plays.
And then Noah, here's this one that'll really get your going. I don't know whether it's the Giants or one of the other open head coaching positions, but there's a lot of smoke around Marcus Freeman.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Vance Joseph getting a job. I was like, Vance Joseph has been in talks, and he's not going to be a good coach, by the
To be
way.
I say
completely
one
honest,
thing?
But Freeman, no. Freeman, I don't think he will. I just think he's one of those guys that's like a college kind of guy, and I don't think he's like ready for the NFL yet.
I don't think he's had enough head coaching experience when you think about it. He got hired in, 2021?
Yeah, and like if I was going to go after anybody in like the college landscape, I'd go after like a Ryan Day. Like that would be like it, or like a Kirby Smart, or like something
I
like.
don't think Ryan Day is ever leaving Ohio State.
I don't either, but like
You want
if you were going to.
I'm a Michigan fan, so I fucking hate the Buckeyes. There's never been a coach that has done less with more than Ryan fucking Day.
Facts.
Yeah.
Fact.
I mean, like he's
That
not one of the worst
motherfucker has
at
a
it.
plethora of riches as a like.
No, I agree. I don't think he's that great of a coach. I just think like his staff is ridiculous. First off, and the talent he gets is ridiculous. Like I mean,
He's
like,
a fantastic
than
recruiter.
anybody.
He's a
Yeah.
fantastic recruiter, but like, oh my god, that guy is fucking dog shit.
Yeah, but he's
the
just sitting in a
only
gold mine. That's
he got
basically
the
what
head
it is.
coaching job is because he was a fucking urban guy and he was just the heir apparent. If he had a job anywhere else, he would not still have a job. He is fucking like, how do you lose to Michigan last year? We're Michigan fans
Yeah.
and we watched that game and we still don't know how they
That was like
fucking
an
beat
ego
them.
thing too, because like he was just like trying to like pound the ball, and it was like he was trying to prove something that he didn't have to prove.
In like Ohio State, like they're like they have the best players in the country. I'm sorry, Alabama. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Georgia. Ohio State.
No, I mean, yeah, no, I
That's
agree.
Me too. Me too.
In Ryan Day, the fact that he's not winning a national championship every single year should tell you how bad of a fucking coach that he is.
And he had Chip Kelly last year.
Can I just
Ryan
say one
Day,
thing
he's
that
so fucking terrible. Sorry,
I
we can go
think
talking about
if
other stuff now. I just
no, you're good. I think if the Bills don't win the Super Bowl, Sean McDermott is going to be fired.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't think so.
Hey, what about Joe Sloan? Do you think he gets a job somewhere?
I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with that name.
Because he's the.
You said Joe.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm thinking of the wrong guy. Hold on.
Who's the guy
Let me
you're
get back.
thinking of?
Who's the Bills OC?
Joe Brady.
Joe
Thank you,
Brady.
Joe Brady.
That's why I think Sean McDermott is going to be fired. I think Sean McDermott is going to be fired, and they're going to hire Joe Brady as
Because
head
Joe Brady
coach.
was also the guy that was at LSU, right? He was the pass game coordinator of the
Yes.
year.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he
put
went
up
to the
1,000
Panthers.
passing yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he,
Mm.
So the only way I think Sean McDermott gets fired is if they also fire Brandon Bean.
Ooh, yeah.
By the way, Joe Sloan was the coordinator
I
that
can
got
see
fired
that.
from LSU. So that's I don't know why I got that.
Oh.
Because personally, if I was the team, I would fire Brandon Bean over firing McDermott because I think Brandon Bean's draft picks have been fucking questionable at best.
That's very true.
Yeah. My dad
I
has
agree.
real life beef. Brandon Bean.
They
think
have
Sean
not
Payton
like I
should be
liked him in his early years, but like the last few years, man, like the guys he's taken, they seem good, but they have not worked out. So again, maybe that's your argument to McDermott getting fired, not getting the most out of the talent, but like it all comes down to the guys that you draft and whether they can play. And like Keon Coleman looks like an unmitigated fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Some of these
Dude, didn't they
cornerbacks
healthy
they've
scratch
taken-
Keon Coleman tonight?
Yeah.
He's had two healthy scratches back to back.
Yep.
Imagine the people that traded a first round pick for him after week 1 this week.
Well, did you hear what the other? I can't remember who it was. Deion Dawkins on the Bills. Did you hear what he said?
No,
He
what did he
goes,
say?
"There comes a time when you're in this league that you have to get it or you have to grow up, and that's where we're at with him.
Jesus.
Like that's his teammate saying that. So
Yeah,
like clearly,
liquidate
like
all shares.
yeah, it was not a glowing endorsement at all.
Wait, did Miles? How many sacks did Miles get?
I hope Calvin Shepard doesn't go anywhere because I don't want to lose him. I think he's been phenomenal so far this season, and I want him to stick around for a while.
I find it hilarious that Miles Garrett in 2 games has 9 sacks.
And
They
haven't
lost
the Browns
both those
lost both of those games? Yeah.
Yeah, the Browns lost both those games.
Dude, I feel so bad for Miles Garrett. But I mean, hey, he did sign on for a
Yeah, I was gonna say
contract
he did
extension.
take
Like,
the
he
money.
did-
Money
He
talks.
did take the money.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him at all.
Oh no, not at
Yeah,
all.
I picked up.
He did. He took the money. He did exactly what he said he wasn't gonna do. Like the most fake fucking thing I've ever seen. I have zero respect for Myles Garrett. Not only did he like throw, people just forget he also threw swung his helmet full swing at a man head and could have just killed him.
At Mason Rudolph.
He's also gotten in trouble multiple times for driving like 130 miles an hour
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
in Cleveland. He's not. I mean, hey, hell of a player. He's not a good dude.
In fairness, he might have just been trying to get out of Cleveland, so I don't really like blame him too much on going that fast. But like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, having said that, I'm starting Brown's defense this week, so and they're going up against the worst offensive line in the country in the Raiders. So hopefully, that'll produce.
I am as well, and I actually, funny enough, I picked up the Browns defense for the Texans because I think the Texans defense.
I did the same thing.
The Texans had 8 sacks tonight. Of course, Josh Allen gets sacked 8 times.
Yeah, don't talk about it. Oh, dude, I was like,
I did the
I
same.
was down in the dumps.
Yeah, I did the same exact thing. I'm thinking to myself, oh, surely Texans will struggle a little bit.
Surely
against...
the Bills keep up. They just put up 6 touchdowns last week. They could at least.
Surely this is a good week to start Texans D as the Bills coming off that insane game.
The Bills will Bills.
It's okay.
Don't worry, my coworker will be hearing about it tomorrow. He's a Bills fan, so he will be hearing about it
Since
tomorrow.
we were talking about coaches, I just was thinking this, and I thought this was going to be a disaster, but has Schottenheimer actually been a halfway decent coach in Dallas?
Dude, Schottenheimer's been totally fine. Like, I thought he's been pretty good, actually.
I thought it was going to be like horrible, and I'm actually surprised at how solid of a job he's done so far.
No, I'm proud
Do
of
you
Shotty.
think,
I'm proud of Shotty, man. He was one of our better offensive coordinators over the years. Like, we've had some pretty bad offensive coordinators, but Shotty was solid for us.
Does the Colts OC get a new job this offseason?
Well, you know who the Colts he is, right?
Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah. Here's the thing. He was good for a year or two when he was here at the Lions, and obviously he's done a great job with that. You can't have a head coach whose name is Jim Bob Cooter, can you?
Dude, I'm just curious if you guys know, what was Brian Schottenheimer's record as the Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator? Like, do you think he was 500?
It must have been like crazy.
What years was he the offensive coordinator there?
2018 to 2020.
Ooh.
Here's my question: does Pete Carroll go crawl back into the hole he came from?
Okay, hold on.
Give me the question: does Bill Belichick get another NFL job?
Give me the shoddy thing, and then let's talk about Pete Carroll because I do want to talk about Pete Carroll.
2020, you said 2019 through 2021.
2018 through 2020.
So when was the first year they moved to 17 games? Is that 2020?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, so 16, and then 34. So that's 64 total games. I'm going to go ahead and say like 14 and 50.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, give me 14 and 15.
He went.
No, I said 14 and 50.
14.
I was gonna say 14 and 50. That's not even.
I was like, hey, wait a second.
Nah, are you ready? Are you ready? He went.
Yeah, go ahead.
He went 33 and 15. He was great. Not only that, the team made the playoffs all 3 years that he was the offensive coordinator. Not only that, they set the franchise record for points scored for the Seattle Seahawks in the year 2020 with 459 points. And he led offenses that were top 10 in points each year, all 3 years, and top 10 in rushing yards per game. And guess who is having the best season of his career? Javonte Williams. And so, honestly, you actually got to be pretty damn impressed with Brian Schottenheimer, and this is a pretty decent reason why, like, I own a lot of Javonte Williams across our Dynasty leagues. This is why I picked him up so often in so many leagues this year, like in the 13th, 14th, 15th round, because, like, Brian Schottenheimer, actually a very good offensive mind. I was curious if he could get it done on the defensive side of the ball and manage a full team, but he was a good coordinator. He was one of our best. Like, we hit the playoffs at all 3 years with him. And that was with, like, our 30th ranked offensive line. So, pretty impressive.
I seem to remember you not being very high on Javonte before the season, though. I know you picked him up, but that was more because you liked his value. And
I liked his value a lot. I agree with you. I wasn't, like, crazy high on him from, like, Javonte Williams is going to be a top 10 back. No, but I loved his value of, like, could you get a top 30 running back right now in the 15th round of your draft? And, like,
sure.
now he's top 10.
I'm
I
just
didn't
thinking
expect
maybe
that, but-
that's one you should have been a little bit closer to then, if it like
Oh,
because
100%.
you're a Seahawks guy, you know. So I'm wondering how you missed that one.
Well, I missed it because I thought Javonte coming off all those injuries and like what I watched him play
and
as
he's one
in
of
Denver.
one of the least efficient running backs I've ever seen. Right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's be honest.
I still won't stand here and try to defend Javonte Williams as like a phenomenal rusher. I don't think he's like hyper efficient, but I do think he is like actually getting it done in every facet of the game. Like his pass blocking's been above average. He's passing catches. He's getting opportunities. Like it's been solid. And I think it also just helps too. We also got to remember that like there's just also not a good running back room in Dallas. Like Jaden Blue is not actually anything. Like Miles Sanders has been washed for years.
Has Jaden Blue even been active for the games this year?
Yeah,
Like,
he's gotten a couple carries here and there.
has he? Okay, I thought he was like
Not a lot.
either a healthy scratch or he was
I
just
think
like
he has
injured
been
and wasn't
scratched
actually
several
playing.
times, but I'm curious how many games he's actually played.
I mean, I remember.
No, I
Gary
was
being, like,
just
a few
again,
carries,
Stan. I was just busting your chops a little bit to.
No,
to
you're
make a
you're
little
fine.
bit of-
Okay, yeah, Jaden Blue he's had only 22 rushing attempts so far this season for 65 yards. He's averaging 2.9 yards a carry. So he's
How many
played.
games
He's played
has
in
he's played in?
4 games. He's played in 4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So not a
So
lot.
we're
Not a
what?
lot. Yeah, no, not a lot.
11, 12 games. Is it 12? Week 12?
We're going into week 12. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of 11 games that Dallas has played since they've had their bye, yeah, he's played. He was out 7 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's why some mocks have love going to Dallas.
And has Miles Sanders touched the ball since he fumbled in the first week of the season?
He did
Yeah.
get a couple more opportunities, but
Oh, okay.
he hasn't been great. Dude, no, I mean, for as much as you guys want to bust my chops, please bust my chops all you want on George Pickens. I was a serial George Pickens hater going into this season, and he's wide receiver 4, so you can clown me all over the map for that one.
Well, I'm not going to do that for that because, like, I thought he would be effective for that offense. I didn't think it would translate to fantasy. I thought actually what would happen was that CD would have a year that's in the stratosphere because Pickens would be taking away coverage from him.
I also think CD getting hurt helped Pickens fantasy wise.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Where
I
was
just thought
Pickens?
that
what
was going to
Pickens
be
doing
more like,
before
holy shit,
CD went
CD
down?
was already this good. Like he's amazing now, and it's been a lot more even than what I expected it to be.
What week did CD get injured?
Week 4, I think.
Okay.
Let
he was doing good
let me
before
double
week
check
4.
that, but I think it was week 4. Hold on.
I thought it was.
It was.
He got
well,
injured
week
in the second half of week 2.
Week 3, yeah, he didn't play at all in Chicago, or he didn't record anything. I guess that's what I should say.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. He got hurt right before week 3. So week 3, during week 3, he played 9% of the snaps. So he must have played at least a little bit. So like week 3, he got hurt, and then he missed 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So yeah, I mean, like week 1, he only had 6 points, and then week 2, he put up 18 against a bad Giants secondary. Though that was the game where it was just a shootout like the whole time, where
Sure.
Russell Wilson put up like 400 yards passing.
Yeah, that was a Russell Wilson legacy game and the last you'll ever see from him, unfortunately.
And then when
Russell Wilson's going to start for Miami next season.
when CD went down, I mean, Pickens is putting up 20. I mean, thing about Pickens too though is he's had 3 games this year of like 30 points. That helps him out quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't been exactly consistent from a week-to-week basis, but he's had a couple.
Then
games.
quick poll for the group. Then, are you like where are we on George Pickens? Are you sending a first-round pick for George Pickens? Let's just say in a vacuum, 26 mid first. You sending it for George Pickens right now?
I don't know because I don't know if he's on the Cowboys next year. I mean, I think he's going to be, but
See, I see a world where he leaves. I think he could go get a receiver 1 spot. There's so many teams that could use
there's
another,
a
like,
huge
like
there's
a
a
true
huge
alpha, like
world where he leaves, in my opinion, dude. Like I think Jerry Jones is a cheap fuck, and I think that the receiver market is insane these days. Like you watch these deals that these guys sign, they're over $30 million a year. And like I don't think he's gonna pay $30 million a year. Like look at what T. Higgins signed this year. Like he's gonna want at least a T. Higgins deal, if not more. And like T. Higgins, like I don't think Jerry Jones is giving George Pickens a T. Higgins deal after he already pays CD. Like,
Ooh. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say, does he go to the Browns? But no, Browns don't have that money.
Well, it's not even that. It's Pickens is tough, and I'm sure some dumb GM is going to sign him. But like, I'd be real wary about signing a guy like that, depending on what my team makeup was. Because like, truthfully, like if he didn't have the attitude issues, to me, he's a Tennessee Titan next year, and it's a perfect fit. However, it's an extremely young team, and it's a very bad team, and I think that would not be a great fit.
Adrians wouldn't want him.
Nope. Miami, like Pickens could be a Miami receiver to make up for what they're losing in Tyreek.
Yeah, do they have the money though?
Not really.
What are you
Well,
talking
sounds
about?
like he's going to be a Las Vegas Raider, baby.
Okay, yeah.
I
wait,
could actually
let's,
see that.
Let's talk about Pete Carroll then. Let's talk about the Raiders. What do you think the Raiders are doing here?
I think he gets at least one more year. I don't think Pete Carroll was
I think so,
brought in to
too.
win. I think Pete Carroll was brought in to establish a professional environment.
I think the
I
Raiders,
completely
think the
agree.
Raiders are absolute dumbasses if they move on from Pete Carroll in 1 year. Like Pete Carroll is like he is a culture builder. He is a absolute players
Well, and that's
coach.
why they
Like
brought him in, right? Like, I don't think they brought him in for any other reason besides that. Like, they realize that they have a problem in that organization, in that locker room, especially with them now being in Las Vegas, where clearly, I mean, we saw Pickens and CD get benched in the last game because they couldn't handle, being in that city for a night. So I think that's why it's important to have Pete Carroll there. They didn't bring him in to win. They brought him in to change that culture and to instill, a work ethic in these players, especially because they are bringing in a lot of younger dudes. So, I think that's probably part of the reason why Max Crosby stayed and signed the extension that he did, is because he's their star, he's their leader in the locker room, and they said, "Look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring in a guy who knows these things. We're going to turn this thing around. It might not be next year, it might not be the year after, but we're going to build a team that you can be proud of."
That's the hard part then. I think if you keep Pete Carroll, I know Pete Carroll, man. He is a player's coach. I think you're signing up for another year of Geno. I don't think he's going to move on from Geno Smith. I think he's going to back his guy.
The Raiders.
I don't think they have the ability to move on from Geno though, right? Like I think you're right. But like I also like they're gonna have a high pick. I don't see them taking a quarterback. I see them going like, hey, who's the best fucking offensive lineman in this draft? That's who we're taking.
I think that would be
and then in the second round, you know who we're gonna take? We're gonna take another offensive lineman. And then in the third round, we might think about a defensive player, but we're probably gonna take another offensive lineman.
That's what they should do. That's what they should do.
As long as it's not Alex Leatherwood, they should be okay.
Honestly, if
Pete
they just
Carroll-
wait until 2027, you have better quarterback prospect there. I would just probably wait.
But I mean, you could cut Geno Smith next year and only incur an $18 million cap hit. That's actually not bad at all.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll do that. I think Geno, like you said, like he's obviously not the greatest from a physical level or from the ability side, but like Geno's a hell of a guy to have in your locker room. He's a great dude.
In the most insane turn of events, the Tom Brady-owned Raiders will sign Mac Jones to be their starting quarterback.
You guys are all wrong about Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
I honestly think I think that would be a good pickup for them.
That would be very good for both Mac Jones and the Steelers if he goes.
I agree. It's like it's too perfect to not happen.
Don't say that. Don't say that though, dude. I want Mac Jones somewhere fun. I want him in Miami. I want to watch him ball out. I don't want him to go crawl into a fucking Mike Tomlin hole in Pittsburgh and be held to fucking 210 passing yards a game.
I think he will ball out in Pittsburgh. You have fucking DK Metcalf. You have Pat Freiermuth. You have, Darnell Washington fucking rumbling, bumbling, stumbling into the end zone. Like
I will say they need somebody other than Calvin fucking Austin to be their wide receiver too.
Well, I agree, but I also think that they're going to address that in the draft.
Well, fortunate for you, you have a very deep receiver draft class. So there you go.
True.
Right.
Schultz
Yeah,
did
it's
have
true.
lots on the Pittsburgh
I mean,
Steelers.
I know everybody hates Arthur Smith, and it's with good reason. He's a fucking terrible play caller. But I think if you get somebody like a Mac Jones in there who has shown the ability that he has some dynamicism to his game, like Rodgers doesn't have that anymore. Who do they have before? Fucking Justin Fields and you know,
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Like, dude, like Kenny Pickett before that. Like, dude, those guys can't play anymore. So I just you give those guys like Arthur Smith wasn't bad when he was the head coach of the Titans and he had Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. He actually was very good.
But
Yeah,
guess
but
who he
like,
doesn't
dude,
have anymore?
that's the thing though. Is like, yeah, maybe you're right, but like, dude, the Steelers, their offense is fucking booty and it's boring, and they don't actually like have any explosive playability. Like, dude, they're 28th
Yes,
overall
but that
in offensive yardage. Like they've averaging 286 total yards per game. Like if we go to the passing offense,
Okay.
they're averaging
Is that an X's
197
and O's?
yards per game.
What did the Jets?
Is that
what
an
did the
X's
Jets
and
do
O's
with
or Jimmy
Rodgers
and
last year?
Joe's?
Sorry, say again.
Is that
I said, what did the Jets do with Rodgers last year?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, but the Jets are the Jets.
bet you
I don't
it's
know if
pretty
I really
similar.
want to
is that an X's and O's or a Jimmy's and Joe's though? Like that's the thing.
I don't know.
That I think is 100% Jimmy's and Joe's. If you have people that can run your concepts and run your plays, I think it's completely different. Rodgers, while I don't think is like he's still a serviceable quarterback, he's not a guy that can go out there and be dynamic to your offense. We clearly have seen that Mac Jones has that ability. I mean, he has his faults and flaws as well. But I think after working in an offense in a system like Shanahan's, where he's giving more of an opportunity than he ever really did with the Patriots. And again, you talk about how he played with the Patriots. Who were their skill players when he was quarterback there? Fucking nobody. They didn't draft a receiver for fucking years, and the only receiver they did draft was fucking trash. So like, I just
No, they drafted
guys, like,
two pretty trash wide receivers.
yeah, they were bad, dude. I just again, I think that like you have somebody that's younger. He's got mobility. He's got an arm. Like they can run that offense how they want to. And then we didn't even talk about like they have Jalen Warren, who's a nice back. I mean, he's not gonna light up the world, but like
they don't fucking use him enough. Jesus.
well, what about like I know they haven't done anything with him, but like Caleb Johnson, maybe as a second-year player, he actually breaks out and he looks good and he's a little bit more dynamic. So then you talk about, oh, we have Muth, we have Caleb, we have Jalen to spell him, we have Mac Jones, we have DK, we drafted another young dynamic wide receiver. All of a sudden that's an offense that you like and it's fun to watch.
I like Mac Jones as a Steeler, but do you know who I like better as a Steeler? Jacoby Brissett. I feel like Jacoby Brissett is a better Steeler than Mac Jones.
I just don't think Mike
Jacoby
Tomlin will do
Brissett goes
that.
to Minnesota, and then plays when they finally get tired of JJ next year.
Bro, let's talk about JJ McCarthy. Is there a single fucking person
Get him out
in
of
this?
there.
Is there
Get him
a
out of
single
there.
person in this chat room right now that's telling me that JJ McCarthy like has any NFL future?
Big Kahuna is a Michigan fan, by the way.
I
That's
think
fine.
So I want to hear his opinion.
JJ McCarthy is one of the worst NFL prospects I've ever seen.
There we go.
There we
Yeah, he was
go.
so overrated.
There we go.
I said before he was drafted, his ceiling was Ryan Tannehill.
Really?
Yeah, I see it.
That's disrespectful to my man Ryan Tannehill over here who went to the playoffs.
No, I said that was his ceiling.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't think he was
okay,
going to
okay,
be
yeah,
this
yeah.
bad. I just that was his ceiling was Ryan Tannehill, and I didn't understand what they
Wait,
take him 8, 6,
am I?
whatever overall.
Ryan Tannehill did play in an AFC Championship game, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Derrick Henry set like the playoff rushing record and didn't even get to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
that was the year Derrick Henry went like berserk.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I was gonna say, I felt like I remember watching Ryan Tannehill play in an AFC Championship game, and
What
he
year was
did.
that?
It was the 2019 season. He played against the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game where the Tennessee Titans lost 35-24.
Damn.
Check Derrick Henry's game log from that postseason by the way.
Okay, Derrick Henry game log 2019 playoffs. Let's see. Wow. Derrick Henry had 83 carries for 446 yards and 2 touchdowns in 3 games during the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's crazy.
that was a weird year too because like I'm looking. Wait, is this 2019? They went 9-7.
Yeah, okay, listen to this. This is wild. Wild card game against the Patriots. He goes for 182 rushing yards, 30 on 34 attempts, averaging 5.5 yards a carry with a rushing touchdown. Then he added another 22 receiving yards that game. Okay, so he had 200 all-purpose yards that game. Next game, he goes AFC divisional round against Baltimore. He puts up 195 rushing yards on 30 attempts, averaging 6.5 yards a carry, and adds another 7 receiving yards. Then in that AFC Championship game, he only went for 69 yards. Shout out Derrick Henry for that. And then 1 rushing touchdown. But that's hilarious.
Who was
Yeah,
the
and
championship game against?
Say again, sorry?
That AFC championship. Who was that?
Against the Chiefs. Against the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
You know what's weird about the year I'm looking at now is they played. Well, Tannehill was the quarterback, but also Mariota played
Yes.
in 7 games. They went 2-4 under Mariota, and Mariota had 1,200 yards that season with 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
What do you think the Commanders' outlook is now
Yes.
that Mariota's their starter?
Isn't Jaden Daniels like coming back though? Like,
I mean,
No.
maybe, but why would you bring him? Why would you
I
bring him
wouldn't.
back though?
well, I mean, they were playing
wouldn't
him when
bring
they
him
were
back.
down 50 million points. You know.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
just-
and
Seahawks,
what's
so.
his name was like, yeah, that was the worst decision I ever made.
Oh, he did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he
Yeah,
said that.
I still think they play him because I don't think he didn't have a break or anything like that. It was more just a dislocation. And truthfully, like, I think they should because I kind of think he needs the reps.
like low key, yeah. He looked really good last season. I don't really know. I'm not ball knowledgeable enough to know what went wrong this season, but
Well, the biggest one is that Terry McLaurin has not been available all season.
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a very good
Wait, you
point.
talking about Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
I mean but like how many weeks did he miss before that too? Wasn't he out like 3? Didn't he miss 3 weeks before he got his season-ending injury?
I believe so.
Actually, I'm gonna look right now. No, shout out because like I think
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. He had a hamstring, right? So he's
he had a
only. I think
hamstring.
he's only played 3 or 4 games so far. I think it's 3 games this season that he
he
played.
played in 6 games.
Oh wow, really? Jesus.
He
Okay.
played against
Name-
the Giants, the Packers, and then he missed against the Raiders.
Yeah, all right,
Falcons,
Quick
Chargers,
polls.
Bears, Dallas.
Quick polls then for our dynasty heads in here, okay? All right, Jaden Daniels, we're talking about him. How far does Jaden Daniels fall in startup drafts next season after this season? He was the consensus 103, like clearly, and I watch people take him above Lamar. But like, where do you think Jaden Daniels goes during startups next offseason? Are we thinking he falls to the back of the first, or do you think he might
he's
be a
the second
second-round pick?
He's a second rounder.
Is this for super flex
Superflex.
only?
Super
or is
flex.
this-
Yep,
okay.
always super flex. Always super flex.
Second rounder.
I don't think so. I think he still goes at the back half of the first round.
No, I cannot see it. Okay, so I actually named out.
Well, name
my,
it. Name
like-
it then. Name it then. Give me super flex. Like you're drafting a super flex team tomorrow. Let's just go through it. All right. Like let me like
All right.
we'll fuck around and
Josh
find out because I
Allen,
pulled
Josh
up.
Allen.
I pulled
Lamar
up,
Jackson. Drake May.
Okay.
Is
I don't
it-
even know if Lamar goes at 102. I think it's actually so. No, let me change that. So it's Drake May, Josh Allen, maybe Jonathan Taylor.
No.
No.
Not in
Jonathan Taylor
Superflex.
does not. No, not in Superflex. It's
Okay.
it's a combination of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Drake May as the top 3. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
think
matter
I
what
think
order
there's
you
your
have.
there's your top 3, right? After that, tell me
Okay.
this. I think there's a decent group of the population that takes JSN over Jamar Chase at this point. So like you maybe get Jamar Chase going next, but I would be taking JSN there. Like,
Okay. I think JSN, I have him ranked above Jamar Chase right now. I think Jamar Chase goes first purely for PPR reasons.
I also think too because the idea was that Burrow would be healthy next year.
Yes.
all right, so let's
And
say
also
fine,
the
you
fact
got
that the
your
Bengals defense
you got your
is
first
so
3
bad.
quarterbacks, and then you got Jamar Chase. Then you probably see JSN go right after that, or Bijan,
And then
right?
Bijan. Yeah.
Okay, then you get Bijan. Okay, so now we're at 6. At that point, what are you doing? Are you
Jahmyr
looking
Gibbs,
at
Puka
taking
Nacua.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Puka? Are you looking at maybe taking like a swing on
Tight end premium, I'm taking Brock Bowers or Trey McBride above.
I don't think
above
Brock
Daniels.
Bowers goes as high because of the offense. I think it's
I
Trey
agree.
McBride all day.
I mean, that's fair.
I
I'll
think-
still
Now
take
we're
Trey
what at-
McBride.
I think Brock Bowers falls to the-
We're at 8 or 9.
I think Brock Bowers falls to the mid-second round, even in a tight end premium next year. Like I can't see
I
anybody
could even
taking
see
Brock
him falling
Bowers
to
over
the
Trey
third.
McBride at this point. Like, especially if they're moving on from Kyler Murray, I think Trey McBride is like the consensus number 1 tight end.
I even see Brock falling to the third. Like I could see, like I know he's not young, but like I could see Trey McBride, George Kittle, and Tyler Warren all going before Brock Bowers.
No,
That's
not George
wild.
Kittle.
Not George Kittle,
not
but
George Kittle.
but I do think
You don't think so? Look at what George Kittle did
In
as soon as
Dynasty?
Brock Purdy came
In
back.
Dynasty?
not in Dynasty, not in Dynasty. No.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, his first game back with Purdy, he put up fucking 38 points.
I
mean,
hear
to
you,
be fair, the
but it's
49ers
Dynasty.
offense is just like
Decimated.
everybody's injured, so.
They have nobody. But also okay, fine. So here we are, right? So like let's just say, right, what we got to 6, and then we were saying maybe Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe Puka, somewhere around there, right? So you probably got those 2, let's just say back to back. Okay, at this point, you've just had the 8th pick. Now we're going to the 9th pick. At this point, you're probably still watching some people go and take another quarterback, right? Are we going back in on the well of, are we taking a Jalen Hurts? Are we taking a Joe Burrow? Like, whatever. Maybe Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes coming off a quarterback, too,
I
finish this
think-
year.
Hot take, I think Patrick Mahomes goes before Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, he should.
That's great. That's crazy to me.
He should go before Jaden Daniels. I thought the Jaden Daniels thing was ridiculous, personally.
Oh, I didn't think he should go as high as like 103. I would not take Pat Mahomes over Jaden Daniels.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not. I would take Patrick Mahomes at like the end of the first round.
I wouldn't. I'd wait.
So wait, like what are like top 5 quarterbacks in Dynasty wise right now?
Top 5 quarterbacks in Dynasty?
Josh Allen,
for me,
Lamar
it's
Jackson,
Josh
Drake
Allen,
May.
Lamar Jackson,
I'll pull it
Drake
up right now
May,
and get it over.
Patrick Mahomes. Then
I have my top.
probably
I have my top.
yeah, Mikey, you still got yours saved?
I have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels in that order as my top 7.
Yes, you and I had
so
the same.
I'm looking in Charlie. So this is real points. It's Allen, May, Stafford. Wow, Pat Mahomes actually is number 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was QB2 like 3 weeks
Herbert?
ago.
Keep in mind that this is Dynasty Superflex. Dynasty
Yeah,
Superflex.
Yeah, I'm looking at this in Charlie, brother. So yeah, Allen, May, Stafford, Mahomes, Herbert, Dak, Bo, Hurts, fucking Caleb Williams, Jared Goff round out the top 10.
But that's not the order they're going to go in a Dynasty startup, obviously.
No, but I'm just saying that's the order of where they're currently at their position.
That's where my rankings are. Like I put my rankings as like if a Dynasty startup happened right now. That's
Yeah,
what
like
my
Stafford's
rankings
not
would
going to be the 3rd quarterback off the board in
Yeah,
Dynasty.
Facts.
He might not even be playing next year, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. I'm taking Herbert before Mahomes. I'm taking
Whoa!
I'm taking Nick before Mahomes.
Oh my God, I hate that.
Wait,
I mean, you can hate
Mikey,
that all you want.
Mikey, what was that website that you had us on that was like for the making our tier lists?
Let's see.
Like Lamar Jackson right now is currently the 18 is QB 18.
Fair, but I'm still taking him second overall.
Cheat sheet king.
Lovely.
You know,
Okay,
speaking of Jalen Hurts, what is going on with Jalen Hurts? Eagles offense.
So, their offense sucks.
They are succumbing to the problem where Jalen Hurts can only make plays out of the gun and cannot go under center.
Let's see.
If
If
Jalen Hurts could play under center, then their offense would become 10 times more explosive.
Well, and I think when you talk about from a passing game perspective, Jalen Hurts is kind of a one-trick pony. He can throw a deep ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He throws
that's
a great
about it.
deep ball, but that's about it.
But also, too, what I think is very underrated, like people are blaming their offensive coordinator, and I think he should take his fair share of blame. But we have to remember that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So they played more games than anybody else not named the Chiefs last year. And they're also an extremely physical team. And when you're that physical, I think it takes a toll on your lines. And while their defensive line is young and rejuvenated and super talented, I think we've seen their offensive line get very old very quick.
Lane Johnson.
Lane
Mainly.
Johnson looks like a shell of himself, and he's also been banged up. Cam Jurgens went out in the last game against the Lions, and then the Lions were one of the only teams to actually stop the tush push because they were up against the backup center. I'll fight any Lions fans who are like, oh, well, at least we stopped the tush push. Yeah, they didn't have two of their fucking starting offensive linemen in, you fucking losers. Anyways, they also really hurt losing Mekhi Becton, who was on that team last year. Mekhi Becton's a fucking mauler. And I know he was on the Jets, so people like underrate him. But that guy was fucking good coming out. He had a lot of injuries when he was younger, and so he didn't really latch on to the Jets, and they let him go. But he's a fucking stud. And the Eagles don't have him anymore. And you talk about, too, like, they're kind of like the Lions. They predicated off the run game and play action. And last year, Saquon Barkley, by a long shot, had the most yards per carry in the league before contact. I think he was at, like, 4.8 yards gain before contact. And this year, he's at, like, 1.2.
And half of that is the offensive line. Half of that is the fact that they haven't been able to scheme anything because of Jalen Hurts not being able to play under center.
That's fair. But, I mean, even like, so this is 1.2 yards gained from his position. This isn't positive yards.
No,
So,
I know.
like, he was getting, 4.8 last year, which means he was already getting past the line before anybody touched him. This year, he's getting the ball, and he's barely getting to the line before he's already getting contacted.
I want to go back and look at like film from last season because from what I've noticed from all the Eagles games, because Jalen Hurts only plays out of the gun, Saquon Barkley has like no room to get a start. Like he starts by like chopping his feet at the line of scrimmage, like behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, again, a lot of it is the push by the offensive line, and like they're not getting as much push as they did last year. Why do you think that we've seen the tush push so many times this year? Because they're literally just running game control offense because they don't want to put the ball in Hurts' hands to where he makes bad decisions.
That's true.
And they know they can lean on their defense because their defense is so fucking dominant. It's disgusting. I fucking hate it.
Dude, this is so... Okay, sorry, I'm doing running back tiers for Dynasty right now, just like for fun, re-updating them. And I'm very torn on if I'm going to put Jonathan Taylor above Jahmyr Gibbs in Dynasty.
Oh, speaking of, I gotta drop
No
Jonathan.
way, that's crazy.
Okay. Jonathan Taylor above Devon Achane in Dynasty?
No, so right now I have Bijan 1. I have Devon Achane above Jahmyr Gibbs. Call me crazy, but I do.
Oh shit.
And then 3 I have Gibbs, 4 I have Taylor, but to be frank, Taylor might have to go above Gibbs.
I don't know what Taylor will be. What 20? He's 29 next season.
He
28?
turns 20. No, he's going to turn 27 next year. He's 26 right now.
Is he? I thought he was older than that.
Tripping.
I'm pretty damn sure he's 26.
I don't know. I
Them.
think we're gonna see next year from Jonathan Taylor like what we're kind of seeing from Saquon this year.
Yes,
20 he's
Jonathan.
26 right now.
Jonathan Taylor is 26. He will be 27 by next NFL season.
I
just-
kind of
he-
cursed Saquon Barkley, by the way, in
No, I mean it's normal though. He had fucking 425 touches last year.
yeah, true.
Here's the thing, though. I don't know if I attribute like Saquon Barkley's struggles this year, though, to anything related to Saquon Barkley's workload, and I attribute it all to the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, the offensive line of the Eagles, and the lack of just sustainable production, and probably other teams' fucking defenses just figuring out how to play against the goddamn team.
Gotta go, you guys. You guys have a good night.
Yeah,
You too,
all
bud.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just, even when he's made explosive plays, like it does seem like he's maybe lost a little bit of a step.
I agree. But imagine how many more explosive plays he would have if he could just fucking run downhill.
Oh, I agree, but also at the same time, like as much as they're struggling this year and he's struggling this year, I'm incredibly high on Saquon for next year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Do you okay. Here in a dynasty startup, are you picking Cam Scatterboo or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon all day.
I would also pick Saquon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not even. I honestly like. I
Saquon
like
Barkley?
Scatterboo, but I'm not even thinking about that. You know.
With the
Saquon
way
Barkley or Kyron Williams?
Saquon.
Oh.
How old
Is
is Kyler?
Stafford back?
Well, I'd be more worried about Blake Corum, to be
No.
honest. But that's
I'm
I'm-
lower on Saquon
I'm
than
still
you
not a
guys
Blake
are.
Corum.
Again,
no. I
signed
mean
a
like
three-year
like
deal.
eating into Kyron's snap share.
Sure.
Maybe, but like again, Michigan fan here. Fuck Blake Corum. He's not good. He's not an NFL running back.
Okay. Saquon or Bucky Irving?
I would have to go Bucky.
Yeah, you got to go
Okay.
Bucky.
Saquon or James Cook?
James Cook.
Okay.
I would go Saquon.
That's interesting.
Cook is like 2 years younger, isn't he?
Actually,
Say Cook.
I do feel inclined to actually
No
say
way.
Saquon there, but
No way.
I
I
just
don't know. I feel like they're close in value, both on good
they're
offenses. and you get-
they're very very close. My biggest thing with Cook is like he's really good, right? He's just such a fucking violent runner.
He's really not. He's really not. He's so patient, dude. He's so patient.
I just think we're waiting for a catastrophic injury on his part.
James Cook?
Yeah.
You don't watch enough Bills games.
I'm more worried about Josh Jacobs in that department. Like I think Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs
wow.
is I think Josh Jacobs is a guy that just one I'm trying to fight for too many yards away from just never playing football again.
I mean that's true. I mean it's really funny that they drafted a receiver in the first round because I thought they should draft an offensive lineman and I was really happy when they didn't. But it's really funny that he got injured and they've been struggling. That like didn't Elton Jenkins break his fucking leg or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, okay,
Like-
also like damn, I'm looking at these rankings again, Mikey, and I'm just like I just feel like we got to just keep changing them. I'm struggling now. So you got
Same.
you got Robinson 1. I got HN at 2. I think HN's got to be above Gibbs at this point. So
I
you
have
got
Gibbs at
HN
2.
at 2. You got Gibbs at 3. Jonathan Taylor at 4. At this point, are you taking Ashton Genty or Bucky Irving?
Oh. Interesting.
Well,
I have
taking
Genty.
Bucky.
I have Genty at 5.
That's the thing, though, is like, can I even put Genty at 5 with how absolutely abysmal this Raiders team is, and like
I don't think he can.
everything around that? Like, I would damn near take
Let me
take
name
James
you the
Cook over
guys-
Ashton Genty right now, like just
let
from a
me
production
name you
standpoint.
the guys
Like,
I have above Bucky Irving, by the way.
please,
I have Bijan, Gibbs, Achan, JT, which that's, everybody's going to take that. I have Genty, Hampton, James Cook, and Quinchon above Bucky.
Wait, who is between Genty and Cook?
Omari and Hampton.
Oh, Hampton.
Dude, is it bad that I have Judkins and Hampton above Genty?
That's not horrible.
I think with how I'm surprised he's able to get any production at all with how bad that O line is.
I think you got to go. Yeah. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, like, if this pace keeps up, I'd have Travion above Genty too.
Oh, dude, I need to update Travion, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, dude,
I would take Kyron Williams above Genty right now.
that's crazy. I don't think I'm a Kyron Williams. Guys, this is Dynasty, by the way, for people in the chat that are asking me why CMC is so low. It's because it's Dynasty.
Here's the thing, though. Again, the Raiders are really bad. It's hard to really evaluate players. However, Genty could be a generational bust.
I mean, he could.
Dude,
I don't think that's going to happen. He is good.
When Genty is on and, like, his O-line isn't screwing him.
That's why I'm like, I feel like Genty's got to be above
amazing.
Bucky Irving. I feel like Genty has to be above Bucky Irving. So I'm like
100%.
Yeah. So then I'm like,
so
now I'm at Jonathan Taylor 4, Judkins 5, Hampton 6, Genty 7. At that point, I have Bucky at 8, Saquon at 9, CMC at 10, and Scadaboo at 11. But then it's like, how do I have James Cook all the way down at 12 then? James Cook should probably be above.
James Cook at 7.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is disrespectful to James Cook, and I think James Cook needs to be above Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
So I think you got to go James Cook at 7, right beneath Ashton Genty. And then if I'm in a Dynasty startup, am I taking Bucky Irving or Saquon Barkley? I feel like if Bucky was healthy this year, I would be taking Bucky. But because I haven't watched Bucky play in half a year, I'm thinking I should be playing CMC and Saquon above him.
Bucky, when he was playing this season, hear me out. RB15, RB11, RB15, RB9.
Who is this, Bucky?
Yeah, Bucky. That doesn't sound like a top 6 running back to me.
No, I agree. I think Bucky's going to go below Saquon. So I think you go Saquon, and I think CMC has to go again above Bucky. I don't see a world where you could actually.
Okay.
Dude, CMC is the best player in fantasy football outside of Jonathan Taylor right now.
I don't know. I have too much stock into.
And quite frankly, I want Cam Scadaboo over Bucky Irving.
Oh.
I think Cam Scadaboo is a better player. Like, he's just better.
Okay. I have, after Bucky, I have Kyron Williams, CMC, Cam Scadaboo, Saquon, in that order.
Okay, you had, sorry, what? You had, where was it?
This is, like, old. I haven't, like, completely updated it. I have Bucky at 9. Then I have Kyron, CMC, Scadaboo, Saquon.
So I'm curious. I just want to know, like, what's your guys' reasoning on why you have Scadaboo so high?
Because he does everything. He runs, he catches, he's a great pass blocker, he's an absolute dog, he's a culture winner, he's a red zone threat because he can bowling ball at the 1 yard line and just get inflated touchdown numbers, even on games that I know the Giants will have where they're not going to be able to put up more than 60 rushing yards. Like, Cam Scadaboo will still be well in the picture to get 2 rushing touchdowns. And, like, I just think, like, call me crazy, dude, but, like, I've just watched these guys over the years that are, like, actual culture changers, actual, like, heartbeat of the team. And, like, you watch that Giants team for those 2 games where Dart took over with Scadaboo healthy, and I think, like, you can't not watch that and just think, like, this is potentially the most electrically fun team in all of football. And, like, I know fun doesn't translate to fantasy points, but even if you look, like, Cam Scadaboo was getting it fucking done. Like, his fantasy
Scadaboo,
production
was
was incredible. He was a top 8 running back, and he barely even started playing until week 2 or 3. But, like, he was, like,
yeah,
he was averaging, like, just since he started, like, okay, this is only since he had above a 50% snap share, okay? Like, starting week 2, 52% snap share, 14.4 points, 25 points, 14 points, 15 points, 33 points, 19, and then he got hurt. And, like, Like just in that simple sample size, like also during that game of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game run, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had 6 touchdowns, averaging a touchdown a game. So he's guaranteed lock to get in the end zone, right? And I think it's just like that is almost invaluable.
You're never a guaranteed lock to get into the end zone. How many were those all rushing touchdowns, or were there passing touchdowns in
No,
there too?
it was receiving in there too.
Okay,
It was
so
one
it's a
receiving
mix.
touchdown.
One receiving touchdown. But then again, like
so 5 rushing, 1 receiving.
5 rush,
What
2
I'm more
receiving.
curious
2
about,
2
and
2
it's
receiving.
Like obviously I like, and I'm not questioning why you guys have him so high. I was just wondering your reasoning on it, right? And
No, it's
and
fair
all
because I
fair.
know a lot of people like are gonna flame this. Like a lot of people, let me tell you, in the off season, dude, when I'm doing these dynasty rankings and they're all over YouTube and I'm on the stream, people are gonna flame me on Cam Scadaboo because I don't think anybody's as high on Cam Scadaboo as I am right now. But I don't care.
So what I look at, and again, I know you're more about a volume and opportunity kind of guy because you're like
Yeah.
more statistic.
Yep.
What is his efficiency looking like?
I got it right here. Yards per carry since starting week 2. 4.09, 6, 3.16, 3.93, 5.16, 3.75.
And what about his receptions?
Since week 2, it was 4.67, 7.63, 5.5, 6.43, 6, and 5.67.
It's really interesting.
Plus, also, like, I am a very data-driven guy, as you know, but at the same time, like, I hate to, like, pull the eye test card and whatever, but, like, if you watch those games, like, can you not just, like sit on the couch and as you're watching not notice, like, Cam Scadaboo is taking over this game. He is the lifeblood of that team. Like everything they were doing on offense that was like explosive or like first downs or anything, like it's all him. It's like he is the guy they go to in those positions where they like need a big play. And I think that is incredible.
No, I don't disagree with you, and I actually thought he was going to be a pretty good player out of college. My concern after kind of watching him in the NFL, first of all, I will say, Mikey, I'm pretty surprised by those efficiency numbers, especially running the ball.
Sure.
I figured he was going to be closer to like the low 3s just because it seemed like every time I was watching him, it was like, here's Scadaboo up the middle for a 2-yard gain. Here's Scadaboo up the middle for a 1-yard gain. You know, like that's what it seemed like. Obviously, there was plays in there that I missed. The receiving efficiency is a little concerning to me. I'm wondering why he's averaging under 6 yards a reception. That's kind of weird.
Because he was always the dump off.
Yeah, no, I get it, but like that tells me that you're a dump off, but then you're in space and you're not really able to make guys miss.
Well, so that's fair.
for-
That's fair. I will give that to you. I think the knock that you can give Cam Scadaboo as far as like, a dynasty asset or just an upside fantasy asset in general is that he doesn't have the James Cook, right? Like he doesn't have the ability to catch the ball in space, make a man miss, take it down the sideline for 55 yards and house call it. Like I don't think Cam
Also-
Scadaboo has that in him. But
This
even
was
to me, even
all-
more concerning than that, right? Like not the big plays.
Hold on. This was
it's that
all
if you-
without Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, but if you're not making people miss, that means you're getting a lot of contact.
oh, totally.
And that's the thing that worries me about Cam Scadaboo is, he runs like you want to talk about a violent runner. He's probably the most violent runner I've ever seen.
I think I can only think of
feel
one
like,
guy.
he's just
One
a
guy.
season-ending injury waiting to happen.
Well, no, I don't disagree with you because I can only think of one other guy who was probably as violent as a runner of Cam Scadaboo that I can remember in recent history, and he ended up retiring from the NFL early from a neck injury, sports hernia, because of how much impact he was taking. And you know who that was? Chris Carson.
Yeah.
If you watch a Chris Carson highlight tape, you will remember that guy lowered his head and dogged people, and he paid the damn price for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Kahuna, I want to read you out Bucky Irving's efficiencies. This is the 4 weeks that he played. Week 1, 2.64. Week 2 was 4.18. Week 3 was 2.64 again. And then week 4 was 4.2. That's rushing. Receiving was 2, 8.3, 8.25, and then 20.4.
Interesting. So that's
So-
more of what I would expect to see from a running back, right?
Yeah.
The question I would say, right, like, and obviously the running efficiency numbers don't look good. In those games where he had low efficiency, how many carries did he have?
He had 14 attempts in week 1, and he had 25 attempts in week 3.
So the 25 attempts to me is extremely concerning. But one of the biggest things that I think about the Bucks, right, is they have this running back committee by approach. And hold on, I'm going to mute real quick because I got to flush my toilet.
Coon is out here
BK.
killing it, bro. This is a fun
And I
night
do-
talking ball with the boys.
I do wonder, like, as Rashad White gets older, does Bucky take over more of a singular role? I'd also like to dive deeper into who the teams they were playing against when he had lower efficiency numbers. How is their run defense, in comparison to the rest of the league?
It was the Falcons and the Jets.
So the Falcons actually are pretty good at stopping the run.
No, the fuck they're not.
Let me see. Hold on. I got to look up defensive rankings.
Who do the Falcons play this week?
It's I actually do know
New
this.
Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, thank you.
Atlanta. This is within sleeper. Is ranked 26th versus running backs for fantasy points.
That's yards per game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah, they're even worse for total yardage. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess like we talk about, like, again, I know we're going into stats. For me, Bucky passes the eye test more so. Not saying over Cam Scatterbo. Cam Scatterbo definitely passed the eye test, and I thought he's going to be. He's just. I would have a very hard time drafting him with high capital because of the way he plays and concussions. I mean, even like the injury this year was kind of a freak thing. You're not going to snap your ankle like that, but like, is he going to get beat up over the course of a full season? Really like the guy from that aspect. I don't know.
Hot take. I think he has been getting beat up his entire life whenever it comes to like getting hit and stuff like that. And I feel like he's built up the best way to describe it is like a fucking callus against it.
Yep, he just doesn't care. Okay, hot take though.
I guess.
Hot take. Now that I'm looking at this and just like thinking through dynasty rankings and stuff and how the narrative's going to be next offseason, I'm just going to put it out there right now. I think Saquon could be some of the best value in a dynasty startup draft that you might see next year.
Absolutely.
Because I think there's going to be a lot of people that are so afraid to take him that you are going to see him fall to like the end of the 3rd round, early fourth round.
I was thinking later than that.
I think, yeah, he could go even later than that, to be completely frank. Like, think about the fact that in Charlie this year, I got Jonathan Taylor at the 406. Like, you don't think that Saquon Barkley will be around that range next year? And, like, if you're picking up Saquon in the mid-4th round, I think that's unbelievable.
Josh Jacobs.
I think his ADP and value next year is going to be similar to, like, what it was last year. Like, when I think I took Saquon in the 4th or maybe even the 5th, and people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're taking him there." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? He's going to be phenomenal on the Eagles." And like, I almost want to chip because of it. Like,
Josh Jacobs was picked at the 5'11" in the alpha draft.
Really?
Yeah. Barkley could go there.
Dude, that's crazy. Did he really go 5'11"?
Yeah.
How did
Jacobs.
How did I let that happen? What were my fucking picks?
Well, because you picked Achane and Hampton in the 3rd.
You're right. I went running back heavy.
Yeah, but the problem with Josh Jacobs is he has 0 receiving upside.
For sure. But he is a touchdown hog.
I agree. I love Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I liked him better on the Raiders, to be honest.
All right, so here's
but
a better question then. Here's a better question. Dynasty startup next season. Who goes higher, Josh Jacobs or Javonte Williams?
Ooh.
I think Javonte will go higher. I don't agree with it, but I think he will.
Depends on what happens with Javonte Williams and where he goes and what contract he signs.
I think he's
truly
gonna
feel
stay in
like-
Dallas. I think he's gonna stay in Dallas.
If he stays in Dallas, I'd say he goes above Jacobs.
Wow, that's crazy. But I think you're right.
Purely age reasonings.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, then how about Kyron Williams or Javonte Williams? Which one are you taking, assuming he stays in Dallas?
Kyron.
Yeah.
Kyron easily.
See, that's interesting too.
I have
Here's my-
Kyron ranked 10th.
Yeah. I like Kyron a lot.
Okay, let me hit you with an interesting one then. This is gonna be fun. We're just playing a game here, guys. Okay, all right. Ken Walker leaves the Seattle Seahawks, and he goes and signs a Kyron Williams style deal, 3 years, $33 million, $11 million a year, with the Kansas City Chiefs this offseason. Are you taking Kenneth Walker over Kyron Williams or Javonte Williams in a dynasty startup? I am.
Do the Chiefs still have Hunt?
Nope, they move on from Hunt. No Pacheco. Those were both 1-year deals. You got Rashad Smith
Give me
behind
Ken
him.
Walker. Give me Ken Walker.
What are you doing, Coda?
Initial gut reaction is Ken Walker. However, I would really need to see the Chiefs do something with their line, because I think their line needs to improve. I think that's been part of their problem this year too.
Let's say then, okay. Let's say Ken Walker goes and signs a deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, he signs a Kyron Williams deal. Brees Hall goes out and he signs a deal with the Chicago Bears this offseason. And DeAndre Swift is no longer on the team. Are we taking Brees Hall? Or are we taking Kenny Walker?
Yeah, and it fucking kills me to say it. I would take Brees Hall.
I would take
really?
Brees Hall. I would take
Interesting.
Brees Hall too.
Interesting.
God, I fucking hope he doesn't.
I hate that. I hate saying that because I don't
really
like
hate
Brees
you
Hall.
I really hate you for
hate
even
Brees Hall.
suggesting that, Stan. Like, that's fucking terrible.
I would not pick
And it makes
Brees
sense,
Hall.
dude, right? Like, here's the thing. Like, I'd rather Brees Hall go to Minnesota
Sure.
than go to Chicago.
Yeah,
And I think he would do just as well in Minnesota.
yeah.
I don't want to see him be a Bear.
I don't know. I
And it
think
makes too
Brees
much
Hall would be
goddamn sense.
above Ken Walker in that scenario, but if you flipped Brees Hall and Ken Walker, like the teams, like you would say Brees Hall was on the Chiefs and Ken Walker was on the Bears, I'd pick Ken Walker.
So would I.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point, Mikey. Yeah. Out of those two running backs, if it was the Chiefs and the Bears, I'd take whoever went to the Bears.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think where else
How about this? Like, let's do Brees Hall to the Titans, Ken Walker to the Cardinals.
Ken Walker.
Ken Walker.
Okay, how about this though?
To pair with
Let's
James
say,
Conner.
I
So
would
wait,
never,
hold on. To pair with James Conner, not Trey Benson.
Okay, but hear me out here.
I think Trey Benson, he's had his shot. It's not going to happen.
He has not had a shot, but okay.
Okay,
What's up, Sam?
hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear me
he
out.
started
Okay,
like one game.
this is brutal, but I obviously I don't even want to say it out loud because I would never wish this on the man. But let's just say, last game of the season, Derrick
Don't
Henry
say it.
just gets a leg snapper. Like we're
Oh,
talking
no.
like a Nick Chubb leg
Oh,
snapper.
no.
Okay, Ken Walker.
Why'd you say it?
Ken Walker signs a deal with the Baltimore Ravens in the offseason. Are you taking him on the Ravens or let's say Brees Hall goes to the Chiefs. Are you taking Brees Hall or are you taking Kenny Walker on the Ravens?
So I actually would take Brees Hall in that scenario.
I would take Brees Hall too.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think he's physical enough for the Ravens. How
Okay.
they want
Okay.
to run
Then Ken Walker to the Ravens, and Brees Hall ends up signing with the Washington Commanders.
that. Ooh.
I hate both of those situations. I'm
I
not gonna
do
lie.
I do too, but I think I would have to go Brees, and honestly, that would probably drive Daniels up the board for me.
I agree. I think I would have the same opinion.
Okay,
I
let's
just-
say this. Let's say
Ken
this.
Walker does not fit the Ravens.
Okay, let's say this. Alvin Kamara hangs it up this year after the season's over.
Okay, now
Ken-
we're just
Ken
saying
Walker signs
whatever
with
we
the
want.
Saints, okay? And then Rico Dowdle leaves and goes and signs
Oh
a
my
different team,
God.
and Brees Hall goes to the Carolina Panthers. Are you taking Ken Walker on the Saints or Brees Hall on the Panthers?
Ken Walker on the Saints.
Chuba's still on the Panthers, right?
Ken Walker on
Correct.
the Saints.
You're taking
Yeah,
Ken
so
Walker on
Ken
the
Walker.
Saints? All right, there you go.
Yeah.
God, what are these fucking scenarios?
I'm trying to think of the other teams, right?
Oh, how about this? How about this? Ken Walker goes to Houston to pair up with Woody Marks, or Brees Hall goes to Denver to pair up with RJ Harvey.
Ooh.
You
I'm going Ken Walker there. But that's because I don't trust Woody Marks.
Too, but I'll be honest with you. Like I hate even worse than the Ravens. Like I hate both of that for both of those running backs and those teams.
That's
Okay,
right.
I'll do you one better here, okay? Ken Walker goes and signs with the New York Jets this next offseason, okay?
Why would they do that?
No. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. He signs with the Jets.
Why?
And then
Why would they do that?
as the Seattle Seahawks are scrambling around trying to put this running back room together, they say, well, fuck it. We're going to take Brees Hall. And they bring in Brees Hall to the Seahawks to go alongside Zach Charbonnet for the last year of Zach Charbonnet's deal. Are you taking Ken Walker on the Jets, or are you taking Brees Hall in a touch split with Zach Charbonnet?
I'm taking Brees Hall.
Wow.
I'm taking anybody on any team over anybody on the Jets.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, yeah.
All right, then
If
how
the
about
name isn't
then how about
Garrett
this?
Wilson.
Then how about this? Travis Etienne walks in free agency, and Ken Walker ends up signing a deal with the Jaguars.
Give me Ken Walker.
Give me Ken Walker. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate Trevor Lawrence, but give me Ken Walker all day of the week.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. I'm not gonna
I don't
lie.
even need to know
Dude, Travis Etienne put up a RB3 season on the Jags. Ken Walker is like 5 times the athlete.
I'm
Travis
not
Etienne
gonna lie. I think there's a really real world where Travis Etienne is a Seahawk next year.
I can see that.
I would actually love to see J.K. Dobbins on the Seahawks.
I could see us not paying Kenneth Walker because we don't want to like use the cap space for it. And I could see us going out in free agency, looking at the running backs available, seeing that Travis Etienne is not like getting nearly as many offers at such a high rate, and seeing the Seattle Seahawks giving Travis Etienne like a Jordan Mason type deal, like a 2-year, $7.5 million a year deal. Like I could see that happening for sure.
Would you rather them sign Travis Etienne or J.K. Dobbins for half the price?
Well, Dobbins for half the price, but I'd be happy with Etienne on the Seahawks.
I would love to see Dobbins on the Seahawks.
I think he complements Zach Charbonnet's running style really well. Like Zach Charbonnet is like a big gap, like scheme runner, and I think Travis Etienne would play well in the zone. But
okay,
we'll see.
Let's play some more fun games.
Sure.
So I got one real quick, and these are two interesting guys. They're both timeshares or potential backups. Rico Dowdle to the Texans, or Tyler Algier to the Titans.
Dowdle. 'Cause, 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 '
I don't know,
Dowdle-
man. I might go Algiers.
I do.
Dowdle would be the
I do
RB1,
like
and
Tyler
then Woody
Algier
would
a
be the
lot,
power
but-
back. No, if that happens, Dowdle's going to be the RB1 in Houston, and Woody's going to be the power back.
I mean, I think
Here's
that's
one
the
for you
opposite.
guys.
I think Woody's the change of pace guy.
No, hop in here, Lakers. What's up, G?
Well, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I was thinking here either Brees Hall or Kenneth Walker to the Cardinals. What would you like?
I mean, they would
I
both
think Ken
do like
Walker
the
would
same
fit that
shit.
offense better. That what they want to do down there. I think Ken Walker would be a better fit.
All right, as a Cardinals fan, chime in. Are you a Trey Benson believer?
As
Long term.
if it was a split backfield, yes.
Okay.
Not as a workhorse.
Okay. So let's just say Tyler Algier signs with the Cardinals next year. Are you feeling good about the touch split, or are you thinking Algier's taking that backfield? Because I'm thinking Algier's going to eat every single touchdown in that backfield if that's how it ends up.
Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Trey Benson's a better receiving back.
He's a better open space runner for sure. He's faster,
Yes.
he's shiftier, and he would get a lot more done in the passing game. I'm pretty sure Trey
I feel like
Benson.
he's just kind of a worse
I'm
version
pretty
of the
sure.
Falcons
I'm gonna have to
backfield.
double check this, but I'm pretty sure Trey Benson ran a 4.4.
Are we
Am
just
I?
writing off James Conner at this point then?
Yes.
I mean, isn't he? Yeah.
Let's just
Wow,
move off
he-
of him for like
Dude,
a fifth
he
or
did.
sixth.
It wasn't even a 4.4. He ran a 4.39. I thought he ran a 4.4. That's fast. Trey Benson is fast.
Damn.
Am I the
just
By the
only
way,
one
Dynasty
that
pricing
think-
is-
Tyler
I'm not
Algier
saying
just like?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you can go. Oh shit, fuck. Am I the only one that thinks Tyler Algier is just like a mid, heavy setback?
Yes.
Yes.
He's just like mid. I don't even like him.
I think Tyler Algier is great personally, but
I think personally, like you mentioned, and again, we hope this doesn't happen, but you mentioned the Derrick Henry scenario.
yeah.
I
He
think
would be a
perfect
great comp for
replacement.
the Ravens. No, he is
Yeah.
a perfect Ravens
I w-
comp, especially since
I
they already have
actually would love that.
Keaton Mitchell as their directional changing back. Like that would be a great
Ooh,
comp.
I hate to do this to the Seahawks, but if the Ravens traded for Zach Charbonnet, ooh,
I'd be fine with that. But
I don't see anything like that happening.
Seahawks won't. Seahawks wouldn't do that deal. We're just
I
gonna
even
hold
think-
our RBs.
You talk about like them making a splash play, but maybe the Chiefs with their cap issues, they can't afford a Ken Walker or a Brees Hall. What if Tyler Algier goes to the Chiefs?
Yeah, that would be a decent fit. I could see like the guys that I could see the Chiefs ending up with are like you're saying, kind of like that middle tier. Like probably Tyler Algier would be on the cheaper end, and that would be a good fit still. But I could see like Travis Etienne landing there for sure. He's one of those guys.
I could
see
that.
I could see Chuba Hubbard getting traded to the Chiefs and like them restructuring his deal somehow, so that like the Panthers eat a bit of that signing bonus and the Chiefs end up getting like first a cheap first year of Chuba Hubbard and then deciding if they want to pick up one more year, and they probably could avoid him at that point because like if you guys remember, Chuba signed a 3-year extension like in the offseason, like right after the year last year. So this is year 1.
Yeah,
That means year 2, if they
you-
restructure it, he could be cheap, and then the Chiefs could just cut him the year afterwards.
I think that honestly, like, I'd have to. I'm looking up right now.
What?
Okay, hear me
Uh-oh.
out. The Chiefs, the Minnesota
I could see Tony
Vikings
Pollard
cut
landing with
Aaron
the Chiefs, too.
Jones. They cut Aaron Jones. Chiefs sign Aaron Jones and Tyler Algier.
I mean, that's possible. I was going to say, I think the Chiefs could sign Tony Pollard, too. I think Tony Pollard's a candidate for sure. He's not as old as people think. He's about to turn 29. He's still got a couple years in the
Yeah.
league.
He does.
And honestly, Tony Pollard's a lot better runner than the Titans have made him look this year. Like, if Tony Pollard was on a half-competent offense, he'd be putting up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know if I agree with that. I've never really liked him.
Well, look, I don't think he's incredible, but I'm saying Tony Pollard would for sure be a top 20 back if he wasn't on the Titans right now. Like, if he was, Tony Pollard could do what DeAndre Swift is doing.
So truthfully, I just looked up Chuba's contract.
Yeah.
They could cut him next year, and it's $9 million in dead money against the cap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They would lose, like, they wouldn't save any money. Like, it said they'd lose like 1.5 million. But like over the next 2 years, they'd save like 14, 15 million. So his contract is structured really strangely. Like, and I think that they did that because if they wanted an out after this year, they could do it without really getting hurt too much.
Totally. But that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
he
if the
could-
Chiefs
he could
wanted to
be a cut
potentially
candidate.
trade for him, they could, like, send Carolina, like, a sixth-round pick or something and probably work into the deal where, like, the Carolina has to pay, you know, like, his, like, they have to pay his base out into a converted signing bonus, and his base is 3.9. So imagine Carolina just eats that 3.9. They get a fifth-round pick back, and the Chiefs are on the hook for what? A $5.7 million cap hit for 1 year rental of Chuba Hubbard. I see that possibly.
Is Ramondre a
sure.
Patriot next year?
That's another one. He could be, like, you could see Ramondre Stevenson go to the Chiefs. Like, I want to see what Stevenson's deal looks like because I know they signed him to an extension too, but I want to know what the out is. So yeah, Stevenson right now his cap hit is $5 million. Next year you could cut him for $8 million dead cap, and his cap hit's gonna be $7 million overall, but his base salary is 4.7. So this could be another trade candidate thing. Someone sends like a 6th or 7th round pick or some sort of pick swap, and they structure the deal where the Pats just have to pay him out his base like $4 million real quick to get him off the books, and then people pick up the rest of the 3.6 cap hit in there for the next team. So could be
I see the
interesting.
Patriots just grabbing a random annoying running back like a Chuba for no reason.
Totally.
Like just to split the backfield even more.
Well, honestly, dude, when you talk about Mike Vrabel, who was Mike Vrabel's favorite running back of all time? Derrick Henry. You could see Tyler Algier go over there and just fuck Travion Henderson into the side of the world by taking every touchdown.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah,
God.
so-
And the more I say it, the more I say it, the more I see it just becoming a reality. I'm gonna hop on that
Yeah.
train.
Yeah, but then who becomes the backup in Atlanta? Do they draft somebody?
They'll just
'Cause
draft somebody.
They don't have
Yeah,
anybody behind.
they'll just
Tyler
draft
Algier.
somebody, or they'll play the ring around the rosy game and pick up some other backup. There's a million guys out there.
I see Charbonnet going to the Cardinals for some odd reason. I don't know.
I know they would never trade in division.
You don't
they
think
won't put
so?
them in the same, not in the same division. No,
No,
but like
not in
Oh, well,
division.
yeah, that makes
he's still got 1 year, and he was what, like a 3rd round pick?
second round.
Yeah.
So like, was
Oh,
he a
second
second
round. Yeah.
Okay, even still, they're paying him nothing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
Oh, that
Believe,
makes sense.
believe me, I bang my head against the wall as a Seahawks fan where we only need offensive linemen over and over and over again, and then we draft Kenneth Walker in the second round, and then 1 year later, instead of taking a second round offensive lineman with an early second round pick, you take another fucking running back. 2 second round running backs 2 years in a row when Kenneth Walker comes out and has a great rookie year, yet somehow we have the 28th ranked offensive line and John Schneider refuses to take a fucking swing on a goddamn
well,
lineman.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that a coaching change that year too, though?
No, it was Pete Carroll still.
Oh, it wasn't.
2 years
Okay.
in a row, dude. Believe me, I can't even tell you the uproar of Seahawks fans in my community, in my high school group chat going off when we decided to draft 2 second-round running backs in a row when we have, like, the worst offensive line in football for the last decade. And I'm literally like, I love Pete, but, like, this is almost the end for me.
To be fair, if you look at the old linemen that were picked after Zach Charbonnet, they aren't that great. It was John Michael Schmitz, Osiris Torrance, Juice Scruggs, and Tyler Steen.
Yeah, those aren't great options.
So guys, I'm looking at this, right, and we're talking about these running backs and these skill players moving around.
Yeah.
Cap space is interesting next year. So, like, I see, like, Brees Hall or Ken Walker, one of those guys I think is going to be a Tennessee Titan. The Titans have $109 million in cap space next year, leading the league.
Stan, do you know who was picked 3 picks after Zach Charbonnet?
No,
Rashi Rice.
that's laughable.
And then it's the
Wow.
Raiders, which the Raiders aren't going to be in a market for a running back, I don't think.
No.
No.
and then it's the Chargers. So that is interesting. Like, obviously, they drafted Omari and Hampton.
And they drafted Kamani Vidal the year before.
So they probably wouldn't go for a running back, right?
No.
Correct. They would never. Never.
But the Jets have $100 million in cap space, so I think Ken Walker's a
Hey,
Jet.
that's another running back that we have just completely written off because of the injury. Like, where does Najee Harris land next year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he goes to a team that's tight on
Najee
cap
Harris
space and
is a
running back
Falcon.
out. Yes, I was just going to say that. They're going to sign him to like a $2 million, because the Falcons only have like $4 million in cap space next year.
Really?
So they're going to sign him to like a $2 million deal to back up Bijan. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or he's a Packer.
No, I don't like that. I will say I do see the Packers cutting Josh Jacobs.
Really?
I hope they do.
I really do.
Wait, cutting Josh Jacobs?
I don't think they will. I think they'll roll with him one more year.
I certainly
like
hope
they
they
wouldn't do
fucking
that.
do. That'd be great.
I don't
I'd
think
love
they.
to see
I don't
that.
think they can though. I think
Let
I
me
got to
pull it
double
up
check,
on
but I'm pretty sure
Spotrac.
Josh Jacobs' contract is pretty insulated here.
So
Last
God,
time I checked,
I don't know. So Spotrac,
Yeah.
2026. It is.
Spotrac was giving me issues, so I'm on over the cap, just so in case we
Yeah,
have any
that's fair.
discrepancies.
Okay, so if
Well, I
okay,
guess
so if he's cut,
they'll incur
after-
a They'll incur a $6 million cap hit. It looks like
That's not terrible for them.
that's not bad at all.
How much do they free up though?
14 mil.
It clears
Oh
14
yeah,
mil.
he's definitely a cut candidate then, because they only have 10 million in cap next year.
Yeah, I could see that, but also like, dude, the Packers. I know for a fact, 'cause I was talking about this on a podcast the other day. The Packers have the highest run rate in the red zone in the entire NFL. So like, if they get the ball in the red zone, they are just gonna try to force it in with Josh Jacobs. What do you do next year without Josh Jacobs?
You sign Najee Harris,
Oh,
$2 million.
But Najee Harris is just so much worse. Like, so much worse.
I don't get me wrong. I agree with you, but $11.5 million savings is a lot.
You bring back Aaron Jones.
Honestly, maybe.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Dude, this is so. I wonder how accurate this is, and if it's adjusted for, because it says here that the Cowboys are 47 million over the cap next year,
That doesn't surprise me.
and then the Chiefs are 42 million over the cap next year.
What are they saying for
again,
the
does not
Seahawks,
surprise
though? I can determine if this is correct or not because the Seahawks should have a boatload of cap space next season.
About 75 million.
Over the cap?
Yes,
Or you mean they have 75 million in cap space?
75 million in cap space. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Okay, then that is accurate. Yes, we should have like some of the most cap space in the league next year.
Yeah, you are 1, 2, 3.
Which is
4,
why,
5.
which is
You're-
why, if you are paying attention right
7.
now and you're seeing how good the Seattle Seahawks are and realizing that they have a top 10 cap space next year, you're like, holy fuck, this team is actually going to be gnarly.
You know what's
Yes,
fucking
but
scary?
they have to sign like half their players.
Not really though. You don't have to sign that many guys. Like, cause JSN, you don't have to sign him yet. You don't have to sign Devin Witherspoon yet. You potentially have to sign Tariq Woolen, but I don't think we will. And I think it's actually not as bad as you might think.
What are they going
might-
to use it on?
They might though, because like they might take the Lions strategy, which is signing guys a year early than they need to try to take advantage of where the market is at those positions.
Yes, the Atlanta Braves strategy. If anybody
Yeah.
knows baseball cap space or
Like
You-
people talk about the Lions like signing their own guys, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them a little bit more active in free agency, but what they're doing is they're getting ahead of when they expect this cap to increase,
I mean,
and they're signing their high dollar amount positions now
The
Because in
biggest
2
cap
years,
signing for the Seahawks this offseason is going to be Charles Cross, their left tackle.
Yeah.
He's on his fifth
Well, I'm
year
just
option
saying,
right
like,
now.
Yeah, and I'm just saying though, like, they might still go into a deal with JSN because what receivers are like top end receivers are making what 35 to 40 million right now.
Yes, but you also forget JSN was
What
the
is
first.
it? But what is it going to be in 2 years? Is it going to be 50 million?
Well, that's
So
fair,
maybe
but
they're-
like I could definitely see the Seahawks while they're in contending window right now, just literally milking that for everything they can get. Like they'll pick up JSN's fifth year option. Like they won't
Yeah, of
restructure
course.
early.
Maybe.
I'd be
What's scary as
shocked.
fuck for the rest of the league?
You
You
say
know who's fifth in cap? You know who's fifth in cap space with $86 million?
Patriots. The Patriots.
No, the Rams.
Ooh,
that is unfortunate.
that is scary. Who's coming off the books though? That's the thing.
I mean, anybody important? Like, because
Yeah.
all their defensive studs are young. I think they already gave Puka an extension.
Hey, who wants to
Yeah.
guess? Who wants to guess what the fourth highest player on the Seahawks cap books for this season is? Fourth highest.
The fourth highest?
Correct.
Cooper Cup.
Yes, it's Cooper Cup. He's the fourth highest cap hit, making 9.3 against the cap this year. And can you guess who number one is? This is justified. I think he's the best player on our team, but
Sexy Dexy.
Oh yeah.
close. It's Leonard Williams. I mean, which I think is
Oh.
what you meant. Yeah.
Isn't Dexter Lawrence on your team too?
No,
No.
Dexter Lawrence is on the Giants still. We
My
got
bad.
we got
Yes.
Leonard Williams. Yeah.
I did mean Leonard Williams. My
That
bad.
which is who I figured you meant, honestly. But yeah, so
Yeah.
Leonard Williams, he's having a generational year too. So Leonard Williams
Yes.
is one, and Sam Darnold is two. Sam Darnold's only $13 million against the cap. Keep that in mind, guys. It's incredible. Probably one of the best contracts you've seen in sports. And then, ironically, Chenna Nwosu, our edge rusher, is $11 million against the cap.
Really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
And then guess who's seventh? Our kicker, Jason Myers, age 34. He's making $7 million against the cap this year. Isn't that incredible?
The best kicker in Seahawks history.
No, Stephen Hauschka
I
was
wanna
our
know
best
how
kicker
this
in
is-
Seahawks.
Where's DeMarcus Lawrence on this?
He's right above Jason Myers. He's sixth. He's making $7.6 million.
Okay.
Guys, how in the fuck is this possible?
Hmm.
The Bengals have 70 million in cap space next year.
That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right either.
That's what it said. Hold on.
Is
let me
it
go to
just because Jamar
2027.
Chase and T. Higgins' deal is so prorated they push it down the way a bunch?
They might have.
Because
Oh.
They
Because-
do
Yeah, they
do
must
that
have.
where like they'll just push people's cap hits, and so like Jamar Chase's like cap hit like when he's like 30 will be like 110 million. Like
Must be because I just checked 27 and 28, and they still have a ton of cap space in those years.
Let's check.
keep in mind though the cap is fake.
Well, yeah, of course.
But yes, I agree with you. Also, fellas, just a
Let's
heads up.
see.
I am sick as a dog. I'm probably going to go in about 10 minutes, but this has been one of the most fun
Dude,
streams
it's,
I've ever
it's
done.
fine. I just looked at the time, and it's 2 o'clock on the Eastern time, and I have to be at work at 8 in the morning. So.
No worries. You guys
Yeah.
are killing it. This has been such a fun stream. I love talking with
Oh
the
yeah,
boys.
dude. I don't get to talk ball like this hardly ever. So.
Dude, this is why we started this, man. I hope this is the whole off season.
Let me
By
see
the
how long-
way, Jamar Chase does have a cap hit in 2029 when he's 29 of 53 million, but they'll probably just cut him because they will save $45 million if they cut him.
Yeah, this other. I'm on Spotrac, and Spotrac says they have 81 million, and Seattle has 87. So over the cap actually has lower numbers than what Spotrac is reporting.
Interesting.
That's interesting. God damn, the Rams have almost 96 million in cap space according to this. Jesus Christ. Why is Minnesota so far over the cap? Who are they paying?
I think it's because they went super hard in the trenches this offseason. If I remember right, like they gave what's his name? Will something? Who's the guard that had like 2 good games last year, and then they gave him a fucking bag. Do you have Minnesota's cap table up? Who is it? It's Will Fries. Will Fries, right? Will Fries got a bag after like 3 good games last year. I know because the Seahawks were in the running for him, and I was praying to God we didn't pay him because I was like, this guy only played a couple good years. Yeah, here you go. He was a 7th-round draft pick, 248th overall, but he was from Penn State. He's only 27 years old, and last year he finally had like 3 good games in the middle of the year, and then Minnesota ended up giving him what? They gave him a contract, 5 years, $87 million off of like 3 good games.
Jesus.
Isn't that incredible? And yeah, his cap hit this season is $5 million, but next year is $17 million, and then 21, 21, 21. That's crazy, bro. He had 4 good games. I'm so glad the Seahawks didn't sign this deal. The second this happened, I remember just being like, thank God we dodged that bullet.
I mean, honestly,
him or
like,
Anthony Bradford.
That's a pretty like average salary for like a top end guard.
No, for a top end guard, dude, this guy was a 7th-round pick and only had 4 good games.
Hey, or Anthony Bradford.
I haven't looked at like what he's been rated out this season, but I mean,
No,
like,
sure. I don't know how he's grading out too, and so that's fair. Maybe he's having a great year, and this is worth it. But I don't know.
By the way,
the
guys coming off the books for the Rams is Jacoby Durant, DJ Humphries, Roger McCreary, David Quessenberry. Like, they're losing nobody. They don't have to sign like anybody.
Okay, Kahuna, you ready? Will Fries, overall grade 57.2, ranking him 43rd out of 79 offensive guards. His pass blocking grade is the highest at 69, which ranks 16th among guards, so he's actually a pretty good pass blocker, dead middle of the road out of 32 teams. However, his run blocking is very bad at 56 overall.
You know, you just hate to see it for an in-division rival. Just hate to see that.
Yeah, hate to see it. Also, yeah, the chat's going, OMG, man, you're on that grind. Your voice is chalked because of all of it. It's true, bro. I've been talking for like days on end. I'm dying.
Yeah, the Rams are losing nobody. That's crazy. I mean, Quessenberry's a good role player. Even DJ Humphries has been pretty solid for them. But yeah, again, a lot of their defensive players are young. A lot of their offensive players are young. The only one that's really old in the tooth is fucking Stafford. So, like...
And Devontae. And then you also have Puka that wants to retire at 27.
I totally forgot Swaggy's been in here this whole time, just not saying a damn word.
Puka has not signed his extension.
I was on mute for the entire time I was playing college football.
Puka has not signed his extension.
I was talking to myself.
Yes, okay, that's where the Rams' money's going to go, is to Puka, and then... well, Jared Verse is young, so they don't have to pay him yet, but they have to pay somebody else soon, too, here.
They'll probably extend Devontae, won't they?
He's got 1 year left on his deal, man.
Yeah.
Kobe Turner?
Maybe it is
Byron
Kobe Turner.
Young?
No, that's what it is that the issue with the Rams is a lot of their D-line right now is like plug and play. Like Poona Ford was a 1 year deal here, and like Poona Ford used to be a Seahawk. He's a good D lineman, but he's having a great season. But like he's on a 1 year deal, so you're gonna lose like a starter right in the middle of your D line. And Poona's only making $5 million on the cap this year. Like you're gonna have to go out and sign a D lineman that's gonna put you $12 million over the cap. You know, so that's gonna be a big cap change. They have to pay Cam Curl, I think, their safety. He's 26. He's in the last year of his deal. So, like, that's going to be a pretty sizable safety deal, probably, like, somewhere in the range of, like, $16 million a year. So that's going to be a legit payday. On top of that, Steve Avila, their right guard, I believe. I think he's in the last year of his deal. He's turning 26 this year. So, like, assuming he came out at 22 as well, I think you're going to have to pay him guard money.
Steve Avila is up in 27.
27. Okay, so 1 more year for him. But like, yeah, what about Brandon Fisk? Do you have to pay Brandon Fisk, or is he still on his rookie deal too?
Brandon Fisk is until 28.
I think what they're going to do is
him
just
last year. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, Braden Fisk is out in 28.
Hey, you're right. Braden Fisk
Yeah.
was a super old draft prospect. He's already 25.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and they took him in what, the 3rd round? Because that's the same. They took him in verse in the same
Dude.
draft, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
are the Rams like 5-heading the entire NFL and drafting like these super NFL ready guys and then just never signing them to an extension? And then
Potentially.
just rinse and repeat
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's fucking college.
if
Yeah.
it works, yeah.
Seahawks
Holy
rolled with that
shit.
for a while, dude. I mean, we didn't pay anybody for like a while in that Super Bowl run. We had such a cheap team.
Yo, I just realized this, but the Bills beat the Texans. I didn't watch the end of the game. What?
The Bills did not beat the Texans.
Yeah. What? Sorry, I meant the other way around. Texans beat the Bills.
Yes.
That's crazy.
The Bills
I
are
was
for
wrong.
sure. I hate to say this with Mikey in the chat. I know I hate to say this with
Josh
Mikey in
Allen
the
for
chat
sure.
right now, but the Bills are 100% on fraud watch, dude.
They're only on fraud watch because of their injuries, I will say that.
I don't know,
They have
man.
had crazy injury luck.
That's true, but I mean, like, also your defense hasn't been the best all year.
Yes, because of all of our fucking injuries.
You don't have a fucking pass rush.
Let's see.
I mean, like,
let's go through
you guys
all of the
did
injuries
sign
that
a
the Bills
black
have
white
had.
ritual with Damar Hamlin, so
Mikey, the biggest mistake the Bills made in the recent years was letting fucking oh fuck, what's his name? The middle linebacker that went to Chicago.
Oh,
Matt Milano.
yes.
No, Matt Milano's still on the
No,
team.
Matt Milano is still on the team.
Is he?
No, big fucking massive fucking dreaded guy. He played middle linebacker for the Bills. Went to the Bears.
Oh, fucking Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, that
Tremaine
was the worst
Edmonds,
letting him
yes,
go.
yeah.
They kind of had to because of cap issues, but like
Yeah.
they should have kept him because ever since he's been gone, they have not been able to stop the run.
Okay. So these are all guys that have been injured this season. On our defense. That are worth a shit. Dwayne Carter, Damar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, Ed Oliver, Michael Hoyt, Dorian Strong, Landon Jackson, Terrell Bernard now. That's like half of our starting defense at the start of the season.
Well, Damar Hamlin's not any good, but
I mean, yeah, but
I just, listen, I don't want to brag or anything, but like the Lions went 15-2 last year, and like we're basically playing guys like me coming off of their couch. So
are we talking about practice?
We talk about practice.
Talk your shit, Kuna.
Did you see how many players the Lions had on injured reserve last year?
Yes, it was.
Not to
it was
mention Max
unbelievable.
Hairston has only played like 3 games this season? Oh, 5 games.
Let me see.
But our
let me see
first
if I
round
can-
draft pick has played in less than half the games this season.
Damn. All right, fellas, I think that's it for me. I'm going to call it, but this has been a crazy fun night.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This has been great. We need to do this on a weekend where we don't have to fucking get up and work in the morning.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
All right, well, y'all
Let's
that
do this,
y'all
Friday
that
night.
hung around, Kahuna, man, appreciate you. I know East Coast is late, and Mikey, I know you're balling out there too. Thank you guys for coming along for the
Yeah.
ride, and I'm
No,
gonna rest
dude,
this
it's
voice
fucking
up,
fun,
and we'll run it back again.
For sure,
Fuck yeah.
brother.
All right, fellas, you're we love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. All right,
Absolutely,
See you,
brother.
Chad.
Have a
All
good
right.
night.
peace, guys.